of Stellar Age 0532, Second Apex, Arbiter's Ascent. Or did I do that backwards? I don't know.
You
I
did
don't
it backwards.
care.
It's okay.
Close enough. I got all the elements correct. And that works in horseshoes, hand grenades, and chemistry.
Checks out.
What's going on, everyone? We're back. Another episode. We're gonna have some fun tonight. Before we get into festivities, we always do some announcements. We're gonna go ahead and get into our show tonight. Tonight's episode of Stellar Age 0532, Second Apex Arbiter's Ascent. Tonight's episode is episode 8, entitled War Ensemble.
Likeable. I don't know what you're talking about. I get along with people. I'm
Allies are
sociable.
never a bad thing to have. We'll just ignore the rest of the people that were in that bar.
Gotta
Listen.
break a few eggs?
If you're gonna, I was about to say, if you're gonna make a friendship omelet, you gotta throw a bunch of eggs in the trash can because they're assholes.
Yes, that's exactly how it goes.
That's how that goes.
That's the Malaysian saying. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You wouldn't understand. It's your brand fod. It's okay. I get
Yeah,
it.
some of it's lost in translation, I assure you.
Yeah.
So we return to our crew the next day, as they have, as it's rare that well, not rare, but it's far more infrequent that your quartermaster Iso gets to actually cook in gravity without having to worry about any kind of adjustments made to the zero-G life. And, well, she's made breakfast for everybody. It is not burrito style. It's actually on plates.
Mhm.
And returning from the hotel, unless there was anything specific you wanted to do in the morning.
No, like realizing, like after like waking up and then realizing, like, wait a minute, we have gravity. Oh shit! He's like still like he's wearing like him and his slippers are just like trying to like get out of the hotel. It's like, okay, take the key. What am I giving the key to? Something.
It was all in the beetle thing, like
Which I gave to.
Oh yeah,
I gave to Calamity.
Room key one.
yeah.
You got a tiny beetle. I got the
Little
big beetle.
Try to
Baby deal.
put it in the wall or something
Just pressing it up against surfaces, seeing if it sinks in.
as
You stay
he
here.
quickly
Oh.
makes his way back to the chain to not miss out on Iso's
Pancakes.
gravity-bound breakfast.
Pancakes?
Are you gonna want pancakes tomorrow? Or
It's
after
difficult to
this? I can
stack
make you pancakes.
pancakes in zero-G.
True. Not wrong.
She specifically calls them fairy cakes.
Oh.
Because there's an old Tuathan tradition where you would make these, you would put out back on the home world, and it just filtered out culturally that they always make an extra one and they leave it out for the Fae.
Is it extra buttery?
Yes, it's almost cupcake like halfway between a pancake and a cupcake. Like it could be eaten without syrup and still be moist and like sweet and buttery.
With the thing, I'm gonna go out and I would like to get some supplies, food, if possible, for Iso, because I know she expressed interest in the gourd drinks. For when we came back on the ship. So whatever I'm able to purchase, I will walk around with said beetle.
You're exploring out.
Do you
and
need someone to go with you to beetle wrangle?
I'll be fine. It's not going anywhere. It's apparently it likes to stick.
No, I'm worried that that's the problem you have with it.
I mean, there's a open air market that you end up finding yourself at. This is before breakfast has been convened.
Yeah. Okay.
It's kind of an open air market. A lot of stalls. There's a lot. There's a lot more buckets of moving things.
Mm-hmm. It's great.
It's not fresh if it's not moving.
That's great.
Look at these
Gawk!
worms. Oh my god!
Basically, I'll
Nerds.
get recommendations from people around
There's-
for
there's-
what is good, since I obviously have never seen any of the shit.
You
before in
get
my life.
a bag of live worms, a bag
Uh-huh.
of live tube grubs.
Yep.
You get several of those. You get several of those gourds. You also get some extra ones that they called them seasoned, and you're fairly sure you felt like a vibration when you held it.
Oh, that's great.
So you just kept those in the bag.
Yep.
There was also some like almost rutabaga-esque fibrous vegetables, root vegetables.
Okay.
There was
It doesn't
this
move. Thank you.
yeah, there was some stuff that had like you couldn't define it because it had the texture of like mochi, but it looked scaled at the same time,
Man, come on though.
and you're not sure. Like, you could feel something move inside when you've squeezed it, so it's got a filling of some kind, and you're pretty sure you hurt when you squeezed it.
I'm never squeezing it again.
The baby beanbag chair. You gotta grow it. Grow your own beanbag. And then when your butt goes on it. Yeah.
Right now it's just a hacky sack, but someday it'll be a full beanbag chair.
Oh.
Yep. But basically, I get a bunch of things, and I hand them to Eso. I said, I don't know what this is, or if you want to experiment with whatever you could make with them.
She looks at it for a moment. Wow. Okay. Well, I would be sure not to tell you when I use it.
Thanks. That'd be greatly appreciated.
I'll tell you after.
That's fine. Like what I do with my sister with venison.
Would you like fairy cakes, though?
Yes. Yes, I would.
It's a plate for you over in the galley.
Thank you.
And she takes them into the kitchen. You can hear her just kind of. Oh, you move. As the four of you are able to sit down and start having breakfast together and kind of planning out your next. Well, have a nice breakfast together.
I'm just glad I didn't miss this.
I'm not sure if I've seen you move that fast down a hallway.
I'm not sure I've seen you move like that ever.
Fucking fairy cakes, man.
How was the hotel?
You know, it was surprising. Okay, so there's parts of it you might not like, but when it comes to the actual sleeping in a normal looking bed, I would say it was good.
Amenities?
The
Did it
gulping
come with companionship?
No, well, unless you count the gulping shower.
I'm sorry, what?
Wait, why would there? Shouldn't it be a gulping toilet?
Oh, no. Okay. No. Mm-mm. I'm gonna...
You know,
Wait. I said companionship and you mentioned a shower. Is it like a...
What?
Is it like an add-on?
no.
I'm confused.
Can I get an add-on?
Captain, do we have that? Is that regulation?
No,
Or
I can make one.
does it?
Roller.
Are we allowed to go against regulation if it's
No.
not?
Do you think that they really would need to
If
make
it's a
regulation
personal
for this?
object, can we?
Oh, I go against regulation with personal objects basically every day.
Private quarters.
I know. Private
Private
quarters
quarters.
is private quarters. You're doing it on your own dime.
We do it in our own bathrooms.
Sure. What? Just stop talking.
He's just laughing as she's just eating cake while watching the captain squirm about this.
So how was your trip out into the city, Calamity?
I met a friend.
Oh, that's nice.
They gave me their number.
Ooh.
I have no
alright.
idea what to do with it. Also, they were really weird. They weren't like all. They didn't dress like everybody else around here. They dressed like normal people. Ooh, that's really rude, actually. But they dressed like normal people. So I don't really know what their deal is, but they said they might be able to hook me up with some information. So I made a contact and/or hookup.
Frozen?
Hmm.
Oh, there you go.
Ooh,
Whoa.
whoa!
Yeah.
You zoomed in on us. Whoa.
Whoa!
What?
Your camera froze.
Your camera froze, and now it's zoomed in.
You came back with gusto.
What? Why is it zoomed in? What the heck?
What just happened?
Don't. Why are you doing that, camera?
Galloway has climbed up on the table for a closer look.
I don't know why it's doing that. I don't know what would have caused it to do that.
Just got a hell of a lot closer, that's all.
I just like the like really dynamic zoom in it had in the moment. We're like,
Yeah.
whoa!
You
Warp
froze
speed!
and then got big.
Yeah.
We'll work with this,
Yes,
though.
it's fine. It's not the end of the world.
Let's see what I can do here.
Alright,
No
well,
idea why
I
we
mean,
do that.
it's good to have someone that knows us and likes us to have out.
Oh, I don't know them. I'm just, I have their number.
That's how you get to know them. Well, I had an absolutely uneventful night. I just like pulling up our hand terminal and just start sending over the information about Gabriel Arms and the like. In case you fucking wanted to know, absolutely useless, but kind of interesting to see the plans, how it kind of has trickled through. Obviously, these companies all have hands touching each other. There's nothing I can make sense of it to be useful, though.
I'm pretty sure that's the entirety of politics.
This is why I want to be a soldier.
Yep. I don't know why I went into it. I ended up buying a few things. I'm never going to question what we eat on the ship for a while. But I gave Eso some ingredients of sorts that were recommended to me. Some of them made strange noises.
That's
Yeah,
trust.
that bag was moving and it smelled like last week. Very excited about our dinners for the next 2 weeks.
I think we gotta be able to appreciate their culture and just be able to see what ESO can scrap up from it. It's like, we're broadening our horizons out here.
You just said appreciate their culture and scrap up from it in the same sentence. Doesn't fill me with a lot of confidence. I mean, I believe in the dream that is ESO. She's can work literal magic, but yikes on bikes.
So are we going to go to, while I'm here, I'm going to say it this way, to Roa 3. Are we going to, who do we speak with first? Do we want to speak to the Milesian side? Or?
Probably a lost fucking cause, if we're honest. People are gonna fight this shit out. We need to not lose track of the fact that some really bizarre fucking shit might be coming through this place.
But they were Milesian hegemonies, correct?
The Temrain stuff, they were technically, right?
Technically, yes.
Yeah.
But you also know that several elements of Tuathan technology were being used as well.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't know if it's as easy and cut and dry as it's somebody's certain allegiance. I think it's kind of a fucking love child all over the place with this. That's why if we
have to find out how it fits into whatever they're doing down there.
But if we go straight to where they would be using the weapons, maybe we can get some, I don't know, actual stories of shit happening and get a lead.
Yeah, that might be the best choice. Kind of go to the middle ground.
Everybody's gonna be there.
Oh, I'm aware.
Hmm.
All right. So we'll go there, but first I guess we should figure out how to get this thing back.
Huh? Oh.
Well, just set it on the ground. It'll find its way home.
I don't know if that's how it works.
Did it?
It's a bug.
Did
That's
it
how bugs
have
work.
his number?
Does it?
It does have contact information on it. Like I said, it takes you a couple of seconds translation wise for you to be able for it to process between the two functions. For you to read it, but you know that you could use it to contact Braytall directly. And had a connection to their bank account, so
Yep. Okay. After breakfast is done, unless you guys want to do anything else, I'm gonna contact Braytall to get this back to him, and we'll be off to our next
Literally
stop.
anywhere else.
Yes, listen, I'm not okay with things moving, and a lot of shit was weird here, and I prefer when the things around me don't move in response, besides people.
You really haven't been off the Agora station much, have you?
Besides being on a ship, I've only gone to a few planets, but it's always been for short periods of time. I'm more comfortable in space.
Malaysian naturalized, or
Not terribly all. You know, I've been to, what was the name of the Brandfog planet?
oh,
What's left of it?
Eberus.
Eberus. Yeah.
Yeah, or was it Erebus?
Erebus, I think it was.
Erebus.
What kind of planet was Erebus anyway? Like Class M? Are we talking here?
Yeah,
Originally.
yeah.
You've seen bugs then.
Yeah, but I was born after the...
Oh no, it's not. Yeah.
There's nothing living on it now.
Wait, so how did you say you've been there?
You can go in between the pulses before they decide to pulverize anything on the surface.
I don't know if that really counts.
I mean, technically, actually, it does. I actually kind of sounds like a fun time. Actually, how do I get in on that?
We can get you some radiation elsewhere if that's what you're looking for.
Fine.
Easier radiation.
Much easier.
Skipper, if it's any consolation, that's also the first time I've ever been eaten by a building, so, you know, solidarity.
Yep. We should probably tell them that drugging people is probably not the best way to invite them in.
Yeah, it's usually considered rude. Ask first.
At least buy me a drink first, yeah.
Yeah.
That too. Offer the drink before the fight. Anything else you guys wanted to do here before we move on?
No, I'm set to move on out and try to figure this shit out.
All right, then I will contact Braytol to return their hospitality. I'll call it.
Fantastic.
I'll call the bug hospitality. There you go. That's fine.
But what if we need it for when we go on to the next planet?
Well, I figure we should ask, but I don't think we're going to be doing a lot of buying in the middle of a war zone.
Actually, we have stims in this universe, right?
Yeah.
Do we have it on ship?
Gallo definitely does.
He was like, well, we were making our way to 3. I was actually hoping maybe we could pick up some Malaysian stims. No soldiers could be without one unless, it's hard to get my hands on when we're out here. Unless you can make me some.
Aren't you loaded with drugs or whatever?
Yeah, but usually they're real downers.
What?
Yeah, yeah. I'm hard to break it to you, bud, but I'm not looking for a sweet nap. I'm looking kind of more like, she's kind of thinking of, listing off a few different, like, drugs that she's probably known about.
Does
the okay, that kind of thing.
Synthetic adrenaline.
Does Galloway have any?
You have a synthesizer.
Okay, and that's the thing that can create like.
Yeah, essentially, it's a type of pharmaceutical piece of equipment that has a whole bunch of base elements within it, and it is a molecular combiner essentially, and it will. But it's the technology is only to the point where it can make base substances. We're not talking about
combining yourself.
We're not talking about a 3D printer that can, like, it's not a replicator. It is a specifically for creating drugs.
Okay.
I also didn't know if we had to log that.
I mean, are you using it for personal use, or were you
Aren't we-
intending to sell it?
No, I'm not gonna
or-
hand it out to orphan children. Yeah, it's for me.
Why not?
Because it's for me! Orphan children can get their own.
Okay, fair
I
point.
mean, I would consider maybe not giving it to orphan children because they're children, but
Well, hang on. How much does orphan
sure.
children pay?
You know what? Fuck it. I'll find someone to sell it to me.
If I
Just
can
make
make
her the drugs she wants. What's wrong with you? Jesus.
Thanks. Come on.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I can make you the things you need.
Thanks.
You just have to ask.
She did like 4 times.
Just slowly banging on the side of the forehead, like,
You did also diss my other drugs, though.
it's not what I need.
I'm just eating my fairy cakes. Ragna has checked out of the conversation.
Ooh, pancakes. My crew are talking about drugs right now. Everything's fine.
Yep. Normal morning conversations.
I appreciate the
Remember-
leniency.
These are space doctors. They don't have the same oaths and licenses.
What I do with my body is my choice.
Licenses.
It's a good point. They don't even have a Hippocrates. Like, fuck it, man.
Oh my god.
Illegal drugs, that's just like your opinion, man.
Is there really, like, law in space?
Whose law do we really have to abide here?
The
But for
Agoras?
our own conscience.
You- the fact that
I'm
you...
not gonna narc anybody out to Agora. What are you talking about? We're fine. Cops don't know. It didn't happen.
You
We are
almost
the
are.
cops. We are the cops.
Yeah, but
Well, then
come
we-
on.
We're definitely above the law. There, you kidding?
That's not how this works. And Ragna is just like face down on the table.
Listen, this
How
is
it worked in the
this is
Dominion.
this is a fantasy world where cops follow the law.
Oh,
I'll be here all week.
no!
Oh fuck.
All right.
Let's go.
Wow. Okay. So, gotta love it when reality intrudes upon your game every once in a while.
I'll just go prep this ship. You let me know when we get underway, Skip.
Yep. I'm gonna go contact Braytol.
Okay.
Return the...
As you activate it, it releases its little mist like holographic array. And it actually takes on a 3-dimensional representation of Braytol's face. Are you enjoying your time on our planet?
It has been very welcoming, and I am glad for the experience. The more, it's always good to learn about other cultures when we're going around.
I am pleased. This hopefully will give you a new perspective upon our claims, as we are not as brutal as others may say we are.
No, it is rather enjoyable here. I know one of us partook in the hotel while others were partaking in bars. We're going to be heading out to Taroa 3 today. I wanted to know how to return this device to you. And also let you know that we have contacted the Agora, hopefully to find out, to speed up information regarding the claim for the planet.
That is appreciated. I will make sure that the orbital security knows that you will be leaving, so that you have clearance. I would caution you heading to Taroa 3. It is a very unstable situation there. Not saying that you can't handle yourselves. You've proved that handily in the arena. But I still would feel remiss to not say something. And I wish you the best of luck.
Any tips on how to get there without getting shot out of the sky?
Fly quickly.
I'm pretty sure our pilots can handle that.
As for returning the device, please place it on the floor when we are done speaking.
All right. Thank you again.
You are most welcome. And as I said, I hope our time together and your stay here shows and proves positively on your opinion of House Toroa.
It does.
And the mist kind of dissipates, and the head disappears.
Okay. And I'm going to then take it off, barely touching it, and put it on the ground, and then just step back as if it's going to just poof.
As you put it on the ground, its legs kind of reach for the floor, and you can hear it kind of like needles on steel. It sits there for about a second before it starts rocking side to side, and you can see the metallic portions start to heat up.
Oh.
And then it starts to shake before rolling over onto its back, its legs curling up, and all of the organic pieces becoming a tan, desiccated version of its previously living self, as the metal warps, becoming unusable. And it is now a hunk of charred, desiccated beetle technology on your floor. In your quarters.
Yep.
Kind of smells like Bug Zapper right now. That ozone meets barbecue kind of smell.
Yep. Mm-mm.
Just kind of permeates the room. Because this thing was like the size of a
Yep.
Small squirrel?
small iPad.
You have a small dead friend now.
Thanks, I hate it.
Mm.
Yep. Nope. That's weird. I'm literally just gonna like.
Do you want me to take it out?
You guys can do what you'd like to that. I don't.
So bad. No,
Do
it
you
makes me feel bad.
Want it for any reason, Calamity?
This is in your quarters. I'm like walking by. I look down. See if Iso could do anything with it. Choo, choo, choo.
No.
Galloway will like sort of crouch down and like slowly scoop it up.
It's
But-
crumbly.
He takes out from his thing like a little baggie, and then kind of just puts it in.
By the time it gets into the bag, its fragility has turned it into like
chunks.
it's
food?
it's like
Just
it's
get a
like
dustpan.
it's like beetle wings
Oh.
that you find at the bottom of like a machine, like or like when you take the cover off of a really old air conditioner.
Oh yeah, or the ceiling lights, and you go to take it off to change the
Yep.
bulb, but it's just like,
Yep.
yeah, yeah, organic glitter bomb. That's what that is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he seals it up and puts it in his pocket, and
Give it a small funeral later.
he'll bring it to his room later.
Compost?
Anyway, you're able to pick it up. It just doesn't hold its integrity once it's in the bag.
Credit card phone, we barely knew ye.
Ring, 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 ring. Dead beetle phone. Okay. Sorry.
Don't you dare apologize. Don't you fucking dare.
Yep.
There's ever a reason to make a banana phone joke, you do it. Anyway. So, with that, if there's anything else you wish to do, you can make prep to leave. I'm assuming Calamity is all for flying this thing off planet.
Oh, yeah. It's been a day and I haven't flown anything. I'm getting itchy.
Are we keeping on the arbiter signal?
That's a good question.
Yes, I think, because we're going to be flying into essentially an active war zone. And a good way to not get shot down is to tell people who the fuck you are and hope that they don't have beef with you.
I mean, in this moment, our clout might be helpful.
Yeah. Right.
Like, if our ship was faster, smaller, and or quieter, then I would say, like, just slip in there unseen. But we're kind of big and kludgy.
Also,
So,
they're all kind of
gotta
banking
stand out.
for the Arbiter's backing, right? You're not going to get backing from the Arbiters by shooting down one of their ships. They don't know what
Fair point.
side the Agora station's going to settle on, and that backing could decide it for them. So we could just kind of use that to our advantage, hopefully.
Okay.
Mm.
All right. So we'll leave it on.
Okay. The docking tree releases the ship once you have requested your leave. And the chain makes its way into that gravity funnel. And you can... The lack of drag in atmosphere is one of the things that really blows Calamity's mind on this. Because every other way you take a ship down, or you pretty much avoid taking ships down planet side. You dock at a ring, and then you take an elevator down or a shuttle down. You do not bring your ship down to atmosphere unless you have planned for atmospheric flight. The chain can do atmospheric flight, obviously, but this thing makes it so easy. There's usually a whole bunch of sequences you have to go through and math that requires a lot of orbital,
I didn't have to flip the thingy. I didn't have to push the two do-what's-its. This whole
exactly.
screen is useless.
Exactly.
This is boring. When do we get shot at? Ugh.
Right, because on comms, don't jinx it.
Getting out into the void, it's very simple, very easy. You don't even have to match thrusts the way you normally would, as the chain is assisted into orbit by the orbital spire. Call it? Orbital spine.
I think it's the spine.
Spine sounds right.
Hold on.
The grav spike.
Stellar spines.
Stellar
Yeah, stellar
spine.
spine.
Damn it.
It's the
Stellar.
Milesian elevators and the speller spines.
Stellar spines.
Stellars.
Stellar spines.
Yeah.
And you find yourself back in the void. Now,
Void. Yes.
yeah, that familiar lack of pull on your body. The only real sense of gravity is the inertial adjustments from your thrust. And you're able to start making way to Taroa 3. Now it's going to take about 5 hours to go from one planet to the next. So you have some time to make some... Well, your sensor range is almost... You have long-range sensors too between planets, essentially. So you can kind of get an idea by using long-range sensors. You also know that there's probably going to be some hoops to jump through. So you have a 5-hour window where during the flight you can plan a specific approach. So you can make those long range scans to get an idea of the lay of the land and those kinds of, and also making any kind of Agora station network, the Agora network, access to see if you can get any other information like that.
You want to run the scans?
Yeah, Galloway can run the sensor scans.
Okay. Anybody doing research?
Do we have any ideas specifically what you're looking for? Any ideas?
I have no idea what is going on this planet. The only information I have on it is what we've already gathered so far.
Alright, so looking for unusual tales of the battlefield, I guess. Things that'll... We understand what comes with a war, right? You just want something that sticks out.
Information on belligerents, force numbers, that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. So, that is going to be... Gallo is going to make a perception test, and you're going to use the sensor rating on the ship. So you're rolling sensors.
Roll sensors.
Okay.
Sensors is 2.
Yeah, 3d6
And
plus
add
6,
your perception to it.
which is plus 1. So 3d6 plus 3.
And then, because Eden is... It's going to be a research test, intelligence research.
Well,
Okay.
I also got 12.
No,
Oh,
pair of 12s. All
yay.
right. Okay. You can see that an orbital picket has been set up around the planet. Fleets are kind of staying in hemispheres, not really engaging en masse. There seems to be a lot of patrols that engage in minor skirmishes before pulling back. Anybody wants to make intelligence tactics test?
Oh, hey, I had that.
yeah, we both do. Can we both make it?
Yeah, you can both make that. Get some more information.
Take that test.
You can tell that there is a sizable fleet on each side. We're talking at least 6 capital ships, half a dozen destroyers, and almost 24 frigates. And that's not counting small craft and Apex.
15 for me.
These are the large enough next sight reactors that you can catch from this range. So, a 15? Okay. They seem to be reluctant to force a full engagement. Because from what you can see, they seem almost evenly matched, and no side wants to move in without an assured advantage of some kind.
Like a stalemate.
Yeah. You also notice that there is no direct structures for atmospheric assistance.
So no spines or elevators.
No spines, no elevators. This is all done via shuttle and drop pod. It seems. Because there's no other way to get anything to the surface and back up. Unless they are using specifically designed surface-to-orbit shuttlecraft. And that can take a lot of time. That's what you're able to get on that. For your research, you know that this conflict has been going on for actually 20 years at this point.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. It was a Milesian claimed, so the Milesians have been there for almost 30 years. They claimed it as an empty planet as during the Dominion expansion. It was one of the last systems taken during Dominion expansion. Before that whole war thing happened for about 5 years. And then once the Agora was properly established and the arbiters were formed and the neutral zones were declared, these Milesians found themselves in a neutral zone. House Taroa being the main push behind the system being, well, declared for the Kaitoans. And the Agora just, the compromise was, well, no one gets it. It's a neutral space. That doesn't stop corporations and individual houses from deciding they're going to be there. It has been the conflict has waxed and waned. There has always been kind of a back and forth, but it's very reminiscent of trench warfare. You take a whole bunch of space, and then you lose a whole bunch of space. And then you take a hill, and then you lose a hill, and then you retake the hill to lose the hill. The hemispheric line of conquest has danced across the center point of the planet, back and forth on the vertical axes right now, from what you can see. Has just danced back and forth, east and west, since conflicts began 20 years ago, when House Taroa reasserted its claim on the system. Now that its duties were no longer needed on the capital planet. At the Imperial capital, I should say. Gotta love when a empire and a military dictatorship are right next door to each other.
Good neighbors.
They consider themselves different. Anyway. That's what you have from your research. And that's what you have from your sensor sweep. And that's what you have from your tactics analysis. So, you may discuss now.
So going down surface side would be more of a hassle without having a pod or a ring to dock at first. And I very heavily doubt there's any sort of neutral rings over there.
No, yeah. If we're going down to the surface, it sounds like we're going down like this. Bumpy ride. Not at all like what we just did. Much more interesting.
About to say, you were complaining about that a minute ago. Well, 5 hours ago.
You see me smiling. I got no problem with it. I'm just warning you people that some of you don't like to shake around and be scared and potentially die on re-entry. So I figured I'd warn you.
Yeah, it's almost happened to me. I can deal with it.
See, we'll be fine.
I prefer deaths that I can do something about. I don't mind if it's coming, but I'd prefer to be able to have a hand in it.
Well, you could encourage me.
Oh.
I appreciate a good cheerleader.
Oh. I'll
Why
get
don't you ask Zep?
I mean, I like to think that I'm pretty encouraging when the time calls for it.
Alright, so like I mentioned before, I'm pretty sure this place is we're not gonna be settling this for anybody with a simple fucking talk. It's been 20 plus years worth of bloodshed at this point.
Yep, and the Agora is not looking to increase the... Well, how do you say this? I don't know, my brain is not working today. They don't want to look into it too far. It's not high up on their priority list.
And they already made a decision. They said it's neutral space, no one gets it, so fuck off, right?
Pretty much.
Which is all largely immaterial anyway. We're just here to find spooky nanobot people, right?
Yes.
And or cool robots, which by
Pretty
the way,
much. We want to make sure this isn't going to spark a giant conflict and find out what the hell they're doing with that technology, because that was not That
So
was
we're-
not right, but the only way we're gonna
Nope.
get information is either we talk to the higher ups here in orbit, or we go down planet side.
Intervention tactics. That's what was written.
Yep.
Who wants birthday cookies?
Oh,
I'll take one.
Yo, right here.
No.
I made cookies.
Yeah, if I could just. I can't. I just.
No. Gotta FedEx that shit.
You want
It's
one?
got raisins.
Sure.
Why would you even wave it at
Okay.
me?
Oh, it's got raisins in it? Never
yeah.
mind.
Yeah.
Oatmeal raisin cookies. The
I'm good.
best kind of cookie.
I'm good. Thank you.
I gave 2. I had a feeling Cassandra wouldn't want one.
Oh, I thought you were giving me 2.
Oh.
It's fine.
Split another one.
I can go up and get more during break. I can always make more too. I just need to buy more raisins.
Raisins are nature's candy.
No, nature doesn't get candy. That's why we made fucking candy.
She gets it.
I mean, some of them like the raisins are sparse enough where you can still get plenty of cookie.
Yeah, but
sans
if I
raisin.
eat around the raisins, you guys are not gonna let me live it past. Like, it's just...
All right.
So,
Any instance of information about the Medians, the Architect, these are the things we're looking for, right?
so then we need to be talking to people that are hiring mercenaries, right? Like,
Well, we know the Milesians are hiring out, but we don't know who the inventory is being sold off to. It could be either side, right?
We have no idea.
Yeah.
You also know that this is long range scans you just got. As you get closer, you can make more scans and get more information.
Yeah.
Possibly about surface situations too.
Mm.
But you have to get closer.
Yeah.
Well, Calamity, since you're piloting, either fleet you're planning on getting us closer to that you prefer.
Yeah. Captain?
I say right now, stick right in the middle. We're gonna play the arbiter role. We're gonna play it right. We're gonna be the intermediary at the moment.
Plotting a course to piss off both sides. Aye, Skipper. And I will point.
We're not hiding who we
chain.
are, and you know they're not gonna want to piss off the Agora. So
They
I'll
want
point
that
the chain
advantage.
between the two sides and start flying in, getting us a little bit closer to the this orbital mass of nonsense.
About 2 hours later, you know that you can get a better scan.
Okie dokie. Same roll.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. 11.
Okay. It's still average. You know, you now know that the surface seems to be a little bit of a hotbed. You're getting a lot of next site signatures. You're also getting a clearer view of the orbital engagement going on right now. You can tell that there are close to 40 separate Apex squadrons on each side currently engaging in small-scale skirmishes just in orbit.
Right now, like they are actually like currently like.
You see them going in, and then you see motion, and then maybe one will leave with one less signature in its squadron. Squadrons
Wow.
tend to be 5, if I remember correctly. That should be the right number.
Mm-hmm.
Let me double check.
It's not 5, it's 6.
5 makes a prettier number. Because that's the logic I'm going with.
Hey, you know,
Oh.
it's a logic.
Wow. Actually, a squadron is 12 to 24
Oh, wow.
aircraft.
I think you're thinking of a.
I'm thinking of a
wing or
flight.
Flight. Yeah.
Thinking of a flight. So if I take 40.
A baker's dozen.
No, it's 2. All right, so it's like 3 to 4 squadrons with their flights engaging in different We're gonna actually get militarily accurate here.
Yeah.
Engaging along that borderline. And that borderline is starting to become more clear in a physical sense. As the planet seems to have a ring now. As debris clutters the hemispheric line.
Ring of apex parts, basically.
You also see the occasional frigate moving forward to engage. Frigates can also, just as yours is a frigate, technically, I believe. I think the size of your ship is technically along the lines of a frigate.
Yes. According to my notes, anyway.
Yeah. It can be used to deploy a flight of Apex. So they fly in, they might drop off, they might pick up, move away, resupply. There's a very active flow happening along this barrier, this border that is becoming far more real than just an imaginary line in space that they clash over.
Do we still have the sand?
Yep.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Did we ever, like, scan it? Its composition? What it's made from?
I definitely recall this coming up, but it was something like...
We put it in the thing, right?
You wanted Strom to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we able to, like, get the compositional, like, array of what it is made up of for reference for in future while we're scanning for things, even if it's, like...
You do have
If
a...
it has some sort of signature we can track or...
Strom provided you with some of his readouts. Mainly, you know it's made of matter.
Wow.
That's great.
helpful.
Wow. Atoms?
It's granular.
Okay.
That's how it gets in your crotch.
He's having trouble classifying its base element. It's either a metal or it has the occasional, as he was testing, it occasionally came up with reactions that might be close to a noble gas. But also it's a metal. Maybe organic too, not sure. Testing is
nothing.
inconclusive at this moment.
So we got
And he just
nothing.
hand us back a big piece of paper that says, oh.
But very scientifically
Yes.
backed.
I mean, I don't want to I don't want to say something rude in front of him, but at the same time,
Just wait till he leaves the room.
He asked you to give an analysis. He gave an analysis. He didn't
I
say it
could-
was going to come to a conclusion.
I'm just saying I could have made the exact same analysis looking at it as he did.
I mean, for the record, so could I have, considering how inconclusive this evidence is. This is not a very good report.
See, the thing is, his report is extremely thorough. There are, like, micrometer measurements. There's densities. He did a full battery of tests.
We don't have the proper equipment to figure out.
Or it's just so outside of what we understand
He just
of,
needs,
like,
yeah,
how
he just
shit works.
time.
Mm.
Yeah.
He needs more time to figure it out, but his preliminary investigation is, oh my god, this is
Weird shit.
way beyond just like a simple,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like this isn't, it isn't like you opened up an Etch-a-Sketch and dumped out the filings. Like there's more to it
Yeah.
than
you,
that.
you found some Illyrium. Now what?
He actually did write down because of your because of Ragnar's short mission report that everybody has access to. You said you sent it to Agora. He kind of snuck a peek at it. So right now he's putting in parentheses Nemedium.
Okay.
Oh.
He was contemplating strontium, but you might have been upset.
I mean, we were the ones who shot at it. Really should be named after us. Actually, specifically, the captain cut it in half. It should be Captinium, if you think about it.
Numidian
I prefer Numidian, actually.
is now in my notes with next to equal sign spooky sand.
When things are named after me or I'm known for things, it tends to not go well. So let's not push my luck by naming something like this.
How are you going to
me.
change your luck if you don't push it?
Or you
Never
could just
does.
keep your head down and not get your ass in fucking trouble.
Exactly.
And get your name attached to something that could destroy worlds, that's fine.
Boring.
Whoa. Slow down.
Listen, Eden's pessimism is strong.
They also attacked us very strongly.
But that's not planet-wide destruction.
It
Let me
could
let's listen. Let me narratively take you there first before you start assuming these things.
All right, so
It's a good thing you only use solid projectiles. Anyway,
that's fine. That's great. So basically, we just see that they're fighting actively.
yes,
Let me
there
actually
there
get
is
closer.
active engagement going on, which could be considered good or bad. Take a tactics test again.
Okay.
I'll do with you.
These are fantastic birthday cookies.
Dice down.
It makes a nice sound because it's just metal on concrete. It doesn't like clatter everywhere.
Oh, hey, cool. 15?
15.
Yeah.
Oh.
We match.
Nice.
Yay! I had to do math in my head.
Bad news.
Uh-huh.
The chain is going to be very obvious.
Yeah.
Good news. The apexes might be able to slip past using the debris field.
Oh, yeah. So I guess we both came to a very similar conclusion. We're like, all right, I guess we need to get in the apexes.
I mean, we can give some standard message for the ship to regurgitate if anyone tries to connect with the while we're gone, right? Hey, we're here, we're investigating a thing, we're not taking sides, right? That way.
We are currently keeping the engagement under observation for the Agora station to make sure that we have the proper information should additional conflict come to pass.
Beautiful. That, right. Tell them
Point
to
of
say that.
order. If we're going out in the apexes, where are we going?
Very good question.
I mean, I'm
Can
all
the
for
apex-
like
apexes
sneaking out the
handle
robots,
re-entry?
but no way, right?
Not unless we're surfing something down on the way.
I mean, you got another apex you're writing down, maybe, if you're lucky. If you're me, you could pull it off, but like, no, you'll get
Mine would
pulled
kind
apart
of-
by the gravitational forces alone, never mind the coefficient of friction.
You're-
Yeah,
burning you
and
up
we
like a
we don't
husk.
exactly have a point to go down to.
Your apexes, the catapults themselves normally don't deploy you with the attached heat shields. But when you launch, there is a way to pull up heat shields in front of you so that when you are launched, Apex can land. These machines were designed for deployment.
Yeah.
Think of them like the original concept for the Marines. Land, water, whatever. So this is space, surface, water, whatever. We'll find a way to get them there.
I could always
So
look over the.
We can Titanfall these motherfuckers then, is what
Yes.
you're telling me. I take it all back, never mind.
Yeah, I mean, Calamity,
Yeah,
between the
we
two
could
of us, we
have
could
fine.
also see if we can bolster the defenses of anything going down, right? I'm sure we can make some tweaks. Make sure everything's extra safe, right?
Alright, well, either way, if we go down through the debris field,
Ballistic re-entry would be the proper
ballistic
term.
re-entry, I like that. However, ballistic exiting would be another issue. We have to make sure we
Yeah,
have
we still
enough...
gotta get off the planet somehow.
Yeah.
That they definitely can't do.
Be great.
So we'll have to secure some other means of egress, but combat drop's a lot of fun.
I mean, from the looks of it, there's no stellar spires or any
It's a standard
elevators on
acquire
this
on site.
on the planet. So yeah, I guess the only way back up then would be like shuttle from one of the sides.
Or something, other ship, like something bigger. But yeah, we'd be reliant on whoever's down there getting us back up here, or the chain getting down there somehow on its own.
I mean, we can figure it out later, right? It boils down to the fact that we still have to do this, so we'll figure it the fuck out.
Yeah. We'll have to figure it out and see what we come up with when we're down there, but we definitely have to see what's going on.
The only other thing I'll put forward is, do we want to try to get a hold of either side's fleet command while we're up here?
Basically announce that we're dropping down.
I mean, I'm just saying, it's just putting it on the table as an option. I don't know what to do with it.
I mean, they might. I don't know. Someone might get worried about an unknown group of apexes suddenly appearing on a battlefield.
Oh yeah, that
I
would
wonder
scare the
what
shit
that's
out
like. Yeah.
of me.
You're old high enough on tactics to know that you could that's why it's ballistic re-entry. Simply because you have, when you would do this, your apexes, your next sight reactors would be off.
They wouldn't pick us up on like radar or something?
There's a lot of debris floating around.
Oh, good point. Oh shit, we could just ride it down to the planet's surface like a fucking robot comet. Or meteor. Whatever.
It'd be a meteor. Meteorite.
Yeah.
Yeah, comets stay in orbit.
And they're frozen.
Yeah. Let's not be frozen.
Space is fun.
I have pieces and chunks of meteorite upstairs, so I'm here for this.
Fucking nerd.
Yeah.
Aw.
What else is new? What else is new? I honestly don't know.
If we don't have anything to say to him, then like, fuck them. We'll go down to the planet's surface and we'll look around, and if we see any scary robots or scary people made out of pneumidium, aka captanium, or just any other shit that seems untoward, well then we'll know. It's a big planet, mind you, so that'll be tricky, but it'll be an adventure.
And we still need to figure out a way off the planet.
We'll figure that out when we get there.
Doctor, have you been able to synthesize the things I asked for?
What, that was like 2 hours ago?
It's not like you're doing it by hand.
It was actually
It was
when we were
actually
on
like
the previous planet.
7 hours ago at this point.
It's like 5 hours
Is it,
ago.
is it something that can be
No,
done
it's
magically?
something you did it.
Okay.
When she asked, you just never gave it to her.
Oh,
Just
okay.
like, yeah, I did it. Just walked away.
Use it on countertop.
You like Rompo peeled it and just set it and forget it and just walked away.
I knew I was forgetting about something. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, I gave it to you
You gave it to me already? When?
a couple hours ago.
Oh, Doctor's gaslighting.
Yeah, essentially, yeah.
No, you made it already.
Yeah. He's like, I said what I said.
Oh, all right.
Wow, what the fuck, dude?
Oh no, Eden, you've been having these weird blackouts? We should probably have told you about them.
And I'm just gonna put my hand on Gallo's shoulder. Did you actually give it to her, or did you make it and then forget?
Because you got to make me some more then. Because if you gave it to me, I lost it, and you're gonna have to give me more.
It's not very responsible to lose a thing of drugs. Think of the children that could be using those drugs right now.
Well, they probably
We
are.
have
They
children?
stole it out of my quarters.
I really hope you don't have children on my ship.
Why are they
I
in my
stare at
quarters?
Gallo.
I just got my plants.
Those are his children.
Yes.
That's terrifying. Can you go check to see if you still have it or if you've actually given it to her?
He
Please?
just,
I
he just handed.
gave it
okay.
to
He
you.
just ghost handed it to me. Yeah. Yeah. So, what do they do?
What do they do?
What do they do?
What did you ask for?
I asked for? I was asking for drugs.
You were asking for
stimulants,
stims.
like boosters. You know.
Okay, because you were just saying like just random drug words, and I'm like, what are you
She was
specifically?
saying, trying to like think of like names of drugs that would be in the universe. The only one I
Okay.
know of is Orla's. So.
You don't want Orla's drugs. All right, hold on.
Not
Let
just
me...
yet. Save
Who
that
says
for
she hasn't touched that before?
Let me double
I
check.
didn't.
I get the hook up on that skooma. That skooma.
That's defense and cover. It's actions. Tech and equipment. General equipment.
I kind of forgot we could just have drugs.
Yeah, right? You know, so I figured also a soldier who, like, in the Dominion and not, like, talky Dominion would probably know of, like, some stims.
As compared to like the shooty Dominion?
Correct.
Okay. Trying to find the other side of that dichotomy. It's like talky shooty. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Basically created some a cocktail combat stim for you. It would increase your perception by 2. Your accuracy, your dexterity by 1. But you need to make a tolerance test every time you take it to see how far along addiction starts.
What's the tolerance test? So I can write it down.
It's called Constitution Tolerance. It's an actual skill.
Oh, good. I rewrote
Oh,
this.
I had to make that.
Yes,
Yeah.
you did. Okay.
That thing.
That's for addiction, as well as Constitution Tolerance to see if you crash afterwards, which would actually set all 3 of those by a -3.
Ooh.
Oof, a doodle do.
It lasts 2 hours when you take them.
So how many did I craft for Eden?
Well, let's see.
Okay.
Make a medicine test.
Ooh. You getting a lot of drugs. 10, 15, 19, 22.
What's the degrees of success?
6.
Yeah.
Which means churn goes up because you rolled something in the 6 on a stunt die.
Yep.
Oh,
Hell
no.
yeah.
On
Churn,
drugs.
Churn. Churn some drugs. Get the drug churn.
Some drugs.
And you also got what's your stat bonus for intelligence?
4?
Jesus Christ. 10 doses.
Sweet Christmas.
She's like holding it now like this, not like this.
See, if you had lost those, that's a lot of drugs. I would have been really concerned.
That's a lot of
That is
drugs.
a
man.
shocking amount of drugs.
I think the
I don't.
Why are we in
I
law
think the
enforcement?
appropriate response is "You're welcome."
I mean, they're in singular hypo sprays,
Yeah.
but it's still a case of 10.
I mean, do you like locking eyes with the rest? Do you want some? We are going into a.
I'm good with drugs for a while.
No. Are you kidding me? I'm not taking anything from him. I'm sorry. I know you're a doctor, but like anybody that can make that much drugs in that amount of time, I'm not putting that in my body. It's nothing personal, but I personally don't trust you.
You don't have to trust me. You gotta trust the machine.
The synthesizer.
Yeah.
You do program it.
Does he?
Yeah.
He had to make a
Is it
medicine
auto
test in
box?
order to make it.
Yeah, he had to plug in the right formula and the
Yep.
right sequencing.
I put
I'm
weirder
sure-
shit in my body. Thank you, doctor.
I am sure that they are fantastic designer drugs made with only the utmost care by an absolute professional drugger.
All right, that's nonsense. I know
Pharmacist?
quality. This is probably not it.
But I prefer to keep things au natural if I can. You know, like genius like this has to be maintained.
Body is a temple.
The only thing that goes in here is tube food. And those pancakes. Fairy cakes. Cakes.
And also that gourd.
That gourd was so good.
Oh,
and I
and
miss
that
my
poor
juice, too.
juice.
It's the quenchiest.
Gourd juice is what the plants crave. Listen, I'm just saying it has to come out of the ground, not out of his weird box.
Fun fact, like cactus juice will actually kill you because of alkaloids. There's maybe only like two or three actual barrel cacti that won't kill you if you drink it. but most of the water maintained in most cacti out in the desert have so many alkalides in it, you will get fucking high as hell and then dehydrate and die.
I mean,
But you'll be
gets you
high as
along.
hell if it doesn't kill you first.
I mean, I prefer to go out that way than dehydration, so.
Eh.
I'd rather enjoy the dehydrating part.
Also, it gives you a little bit of time to get to the non-dehydrating liquids. Eh?
All right. So, you have one more scan before you are in, before you would be considered entering the theater.
So are we talking to people first, or are we going in stealthy and trying to figure out our way out then? Because I'll program that message that I said before. That we are arbiters assessing the current situation. Should any additional problems arise, to report to the Agora, but we are only here to monitor, not to intervene. In case the ship does get contacted while we are gone.
Yeah.
But I don't know if we should say that before we head down.
It's only if they ping us that the response will go out. Or we have one of the crew reiterate that.
I mean, hell, if we're going down quiet, let's go down quiet.
Ah.
Okay.
All right. Make your final sensor sweep.
12.
12. Okay. Just as you were coming into what would be considered the theater of battle, you can see now a little bit more of the surface. There seems to be 2 or 3 main command hubs on the surface per side. But like 2 smaller ones focused on seem to be aerial superiority. And then there's the primary one on the largest continent that has a lot of conflict going on. I say continent because there is moisture. There are oceans. They are just essentially, chemically speaking, because of all of the war and the type of war that's been going on, they're essentially oceans of battery acid at this point. It will corrode pretty much anything that falls into it. This planet's dead. From the amount of munitions that have been used, the amount of Nexite exhaust that is happening. Because in any reaction, there is a remainder. And Nexite pollutants aren't exactly the most environmentally friendly. Normally, they are ferried to solar points and just incinerated in the sun. Because
what could go wrong there?
Expended Nexite is actually... It has a bad radiation signature to it. It will kill a motherfucker if exposed, but it has no further use. But it's not enough to upset something on stellar scale. So no sun is going to be completely fucked if you chuck.
Okay.
You know, it'll take thousands of years for there to be a minor adjustment to a stellar level object. Throwing this much, throwing the exhaust of a civilization into it.
Plus, there's a hell of stars out there, so.
Yeah, there's a lot of stars. So, they obviously don't have the best way to remove said pollutants when you're in an active war zone. And when you have a 20-year-long conflict going, where you have not full consistent, but you have at least seasonal activity. The surface of this planet has become very inhospitable to naturally growing life forms. On the main continent, like I said, there are other continents, but this is the largest one. Narratively speaking, it's the important one. You can see that there are quite a few canyons. It's a very bleak surface. If I were to equate it to something in our universe, it would be a Martian surface, but with oceans of battery acid.
Exciting.
Fun. So, you can see that the battle line is pretty clear as it stands right now. There's a bit of a no man's land in the center of the conflict. Seems to be about a 40-mile expanse wise that runs almost the entirety of the continent. There's a few spots where it doesn't seem like there isn't much conflict in the mountainous regions. Open conflict, at least from what you can see. There's craters all over the place from large munitions, tactical nuclear devices, low yield, just enough to get a nice tan from where you fire it.
Oh, get that blowout in your hair.
A nice nuclear shadow.
Maybe it's Maybelline. Maybe it's Nuclear Shadow.
The type of warfare that's currently going on is definitely mixed arms. You can see that there's foot sloggers in power armor. You can see that there are tracked, even if you hover, vehicles that are just rolling or moderately hovering weapons platforms. And then there's apexes engaging as well. So everything up from foot slogger to pawn to knight to your apex classifications. And then even further back, there are artillery pieces that are firing bombardments. This is a full-blown conflict. Right now, there seems to be no active surface battles. At least major engagement-wise. Similar to the way the patrols in orbit are only engaging in small skirmishes before backing off. Only one or two apexes not returning. You got what'd you get on this one? An 11?
12.
A 12. Yeah, it's about all you can make out from here.
So if we're not going to announce what we're going to be doing, we might as well have the ship stay here, make sure we have enough fuel cells, and figure out when we're down there how to get back after we find what we need.
I mean, the worst case scenario is that the chain picks us up, right? We have an absolute worst case scenario.
I mean, if you trust the XO to get the ship down there and then back up again. But yeah.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
He's got enough experience, he'll be able to figure it out.
I'm just saying, it sounds like a hard job. That's all I'm just saying.
Well, I can't
I'm
imagine.
confident.
I can't imagine any sort of weird experiment things going on in that big no man's land canyon.
Why?
Because that's where they're fighting over.
Isn't that the perfect place to deploy a weapon? The place that they're fighting?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that I think it's there. I'm just saying I wouldn't nix it out on that logic.
Mm.
As of right now, we don't have enough information in order to figure out where exactly it's going to be, so you can't rule anything out yet.
Let's find some information and we'll take it as we go, organically, right?
Well, I
So
mean,
we
don't-
get ourselves down there, make sure we're fueled up and have enough supplies. I'm gonna wear my
That's good.
brace.
Oh, do you have to?
Yeah, it's a 0.9
Yeah.
grav planet, close enough to close enough to 1G that any use outside of braces would be detrimental to. Actually, any extended stay beyond like a week will start to be physically detrimental
Yeah.
to Voidborn.
And I'm going to if we happen to get into an engagement, the brace, how many system boxes does it have? It happens to get damaged instead of me.
It gives you an extra system?
No,
Or-
it's just it could take damage. I'm assuming if I'm wearing it.
No, it's close enough to your body that if
Okay.
it's getting hit, you're getting hit.
Okay. I wanted to make
Oh,
sure
no.
that there wasn't like anything else I should be tracking for it.
No, that's going to be on your person. So
Okay.
that's like it doesn't like give you
Kind of like how we have armor, we don't have boxes for our
For the
normal-
armor.
Okay.
Yeah.
like
Just wanted to make
if
sure.
somebody specifically targets it and tries to like sunder armor essentially.
Yeah, just because that's one of the stunts is target things. And...
Yeah, if it takes any hits, it's not like super. But if it's underneath armor, obviously,
Okay.
it's one of those things that you'll be able to wear underneath whatever you're wearing. So it's not going to be a system that like unless
It
somebody knows you're Voidborn and goes aha and starts targeting your kneecaps.
Yeah,
But then
I
they're
just
shooting
didn't
at
know 'cause
kneecaps, and
Yeah.
at that point,
You know, kneecap,
Yeah,
they could have just
anybody.
assumed.
Yeah, but I also just didn't know because
Yeah,
it's the first
no.
time this has come up.
Well,
What
that's
information
smart.
I needed for it.
On the note of peripherals, am I able
no
to
extra rules.
pack my armor into Torment?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, remember?
Yeah.
Cool.
It can
Double
like
checking.
chunk up into it.
pretty
That's
much
right.
every Apex has at least one like secondary pilot or passenger seat that you could fit
Well,
somebody
Eden
on
has no
into.
friends. That's only for her armor.
No,
thing.
literally every Apex is designed like
I
this.
know.
Because every Apex is based off of the idea of a pilot, and then also there is a it's not a navigator. The hell.
Yeah, co-pilot.
Everyone's got a goose, you know? It's
Everyone's got a
watch out for the cockpit. Anyway,
Pull up, Cougar. Cougar, pull up.
just ignore Fox and I making Top Gun references here.
Star Wars
Jesus
references.
Christ. Rio. There you go.
That's right, Connery. I am dangerous.
Are you looking for
Also, hold the
perfect
phone. I
time?
just learned something about Eden. I thought we were friends.
Eden nervously looking around. Really?
R-E-O.
She stops. Like she's like, wait, what? Really?
You said you don't have any friends.
Yeah, I just
What's
didn't think
this
anyone
then?
would really consider that.
This is not.
You're fucking with me, aren't you? You. She like bristles. She's-
Eden, you're
As you prepare to move into the theater of war,
only a little.
we're going to take our break.
Yay!
Boo.
It's hard to pee.
Yeah, I do have to go too.
You have received hails from both sides, but you set up that response, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The response goes out that you are arbiter observers who are,
Observing.
well, yeah, taking data for the upcoming discussions and making sure everyone's adhering to at least the Agora conventions of war. You know, the things that decide what is a war crime, what is not a war crime.
That's just
You know.
normal crime.
Those laws.
If you're gonna kill each other, do it proper, like.
Like
Make sure it's
civilized
fair.
folks.
Actually, there's nothing about making sure it's fair. Oh, damn it, Geneva. So the Agora conventions
Mm.
are being observed notice that pretty much everything that has to do with neutrality in this sector is called Agora Blank, because that's where it all fucking happens. It's the only place where you can get a fair, unbiased shake. Mostly. I am going to need you to make some communication tests, though, to see how they take said. So, I'm going to have you make 2.
Mm-hmm.
One of which is going to be a persuasion test, and the other is going to be deception.
Oh, good. I'm better at deception than I am at persuasion. That said something about me as a character. It's fine.
I mean,
So, deception first.
Deception? Oh, it's actually not bad. 21.
21? Did you just tell them to suck your dick, Captain?
Mhm.
Metaphorically.
Wrong Twitch channel, okay? It's Max's channel.
I didn't even need to re-roll that.
Huh? Oh, yeah, you
didn't
get to
even need-
re-roll those.
Yeah. However, turn goes up.
They're cool.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, earn that
We're at
turn.
14
There
now,
we go.
so I don't know if we should be further along or not.
All right, so on your persuasion test,
Mm-hmm.
you get a +1.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, fuck. Yep. Alright, hold on.
Is that a good fuck or a bad
Oh,
fuck?
it's a good fuck. It's
A good fuck.
Ah,
We can only
love a good
hope
fuck.
for good fucks.
You can make that a 23, sir.
You can't hope for good fucks. You gotta make good fucks happen.
Exactly.
That is a 23.
This is why you're part of the group.
Devil's
right?
wisdom. Day, blah, blah, blah. How many episodes in we are? Make good fucks happen.
I'm writing that down in green so I can see it later. Make good fucks happen.
Why do people keep writing down what I say?
God, it's like you're accountable now.
Listen, I'm not saying who said it. I'm literally just, I just have random
No, you need to
quotations.
tag.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Straight up
quote
tag.
it down. Write down the time of day.
She knows what she fucking did. You write her name down.
Calamity 2020.
That's our ticket. Calamity 2020.
Not wrong,
Calamity
man.
and despair.
Mm.
2020.
Oh,
I'm here
no.
for this. It's true.
That's better. I knew there was something missing. My bisexual lighting was off.
Oh, God, you were straight that entire time?
No, I was just extremely pink. Had to get the other side in there too. I love that that's a thing. Anyway,
Oh,
I literally didn't touch it.
uh-oh. I did it again. Damn it. All right, I forgot my charger again for my phone.
Oh.
Ah!
Ah.
Ah!
Ah!
everybody panic!
Ah! Ah! I hope someone comes to the channel
We have a problem.
right now!
Satan, you're supposed to be looking after us. What the hell?
It's because we made fun of him by saying he dances like a Fortnite.
Oh, so now it's my fault.
Definitely.
It's really hard to floss in a chair.
I mean, yeah.
Okay, hold on. It's
Hey, I stepped on it!
Don't! I'm trying not to, but it's stuck to my sock.
What
Last
is
time you
happening?
stepped on it.
We need an adult. Help, chat.
What'd you do?
I did nothing.
All I heard from upstairs was my fault.
Just bear with us, folks. There's a slight technical difficulty. We'll be getting to that planet in just a minute now. Don't you worry. Just sit back, relax. Maybe look at some pictures of robot
enough.
animes.
Excuse me. Pardon me.
Oh.
Excuse me.
Oh, God. An eclipse!
Pardon me.
Oh, no!
Shrouded in
one.
the darkness of war.
Ooh, the
Excuse
rim
me.
light was very
Oh.
pretty in
Excuse
that
me.
moment.
Pardon me. Hi.
Ah.
Oh shit. I got...
Live demo, folks. Live demo.
We're up in a super professional studio, don't you know? Not at all.
Not
at all,
Nerds in a basement.
What is a basement if not a studio that you walk downwards to get to?
You know, that's a good counter, but at the same time, we've had people give us shit for like when things aren't perfect. They're like, "Girl, you have no excuse. You're a studio. You should be able to have this like blah blah blah." And I'm like, "What?"
Well,
We
here's the
don't
key
even
thing
have
that here's the key thing that they're forgetting. Fuck them. They're assholes.
I'm going for a ride. Hold on.
Woo!
Ooh, gonna take them for a ride.
Oh no! God, you've left that screen up for so long.
Did it?
Weirdest music choice. Why?
What?
It's
MVC2 soundtrack
Marvel,
is fantastic.
It's obnoxious.
Marvel, baby.
That's
When's Marvel?
well,
Oh, God.
you know, it only becomes serious when it's true love we're making.
Ugh.
All right, hold on. We're
See,
getting...
okay, you're a CVS player, which is how I know you're my people. Got that true love for bacon. Got that true love for bacon all the
somebody
time.
to double check and oh crap, I hit it again.
Honey.
It's all.
Ah!
Oh,
Oh, God!
Just
Goodbye forever.
Oh no, your butt's touching things now!
Just don't. Okay. Okay.
Alright.
Because somebody changed up where the fucking plugs are. I had to go across the damn
Yeah,
thing.
because it was covering 2 outlets!
Alright.
If your ass wasn't so fucking thick, maybe you would have had an easier time walking through there!
Wow.
Mommy, Daddy, don't fight.
Thick with 3 C's. I'm sorry, it's like a watermelon cut in half. How do you even walk places?
Come on.
Sweet Jesus. All right, y'all, start taking bets.
Oh, touch the button.
2-1 odds here on demon ass versus fucking killer mouth over here.
His lordship, the dummy thick Lord High storyteller.
Yes!
Happy birthday to me.
Honey, if that ass keeps up, you're gonna have your own OnlyFans. You're gonna quit my job.
Okay.
Mom, you're embarrassing me.
So can we get back to the ultra serious commentary about war
Yes.
and space?
Yeah.
So sad. All those people have died, but not as sad as your ass.
Love you. It's got its own gravitational pull. I'm sorry, I'll stop.
Oh, come on.
I can't stop looking at it. It's like gravity. I'm sorry. I'm done.
Oh, my face hurts.
Oh, god damn it.
When do we start making jokes about his stellar spine? Is it time for that now?
My face hurts.
I regret my words and deeds.
No, you don't.
Yes, I make all stealth checks at disadvantage because of the clapping of my dummy thick. Colonel, how do you expect me to sneak around here?
Form fitting to my ass.
Don't make me cry again. Don't make me cry again. We're gonna have to redo my makeup once today.
Colonel.
It wicks away the sweat, but not the taste.
I'm crying. No, don't cry.
Okay.
An ass to rival Metal Gear. I'll stop. I'm sorry.
It doesn't help that I used Kojima Designs to come up with a whole bunch of shit for this game. It's only appropriate. Why my ass is involved, I'll never know.
Just
Yo,
like
I
that
want a
famous
Bad Dragon
poster he
mug.
has.
Oh.
He won't stop coming.
All right. Let's not say that right after saying Bad Dragon Tales. Okay.
Oh god.
All right. Hold on.
Uh,
Crimean War allegories. All right.
Oh! Shift this motherfucker from reverse to fifth. Let's go.
I mean, you rolled really well on your rolls.
Yes.
23.
Yes, you did.
23.
20 fucking 3.
I
Let's
can
go.
talk good.
So, you receive text back because taking time out for the captain to personally address a new ship coming into the theater would take their attention away from current maneuvers, mission parameters. There's a whole bunch of reasons why a communications officer would handle most. Captain makes a choice after they've been notified, and then the communications officer goes about it. You receive messages from both sides saying that your presence will be tolerated so long as you do not interfere or make yourself available to the other side. Basically, we won't shoot at you so long as we see that you're not helping them.
Got it.
True neutrality. All right.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, don't talk to anybody.
No, I don't think it's that we can't talk. I think it's as long as we're not showing to be actively helping one side fight the other.
Favoring, yeah.
Which, since we're going down quiet anyway.
Communications wise, though, you do probably know you would be watched. There are electronic counter warfare kind of. There are those positions. You mean you have one?
Yeah.
So you do have electronic warfare positions on both sides that are trying to decipher and decode, and it's not even what frequency are they broadcasting at, what's the modulation and cycling of those frequencies, because everybody's on their own like coded frequency jumbler that they bounce between a whole bunch of frequencies in a sequence, and it's at those, and everybody on one side has all that cryptography wise in their systems already on each side. So, and also there's organic things and going on the other end of the spectrum, seeing as Kaitoans are a gestalt psionics. Anyway, you are able to make some checks now, pilot.
That's you.
Yeah, sorry, my brain is in so many
Stop
different
thinking
places
about
right
my
now.
dummy thick ass.
I can't help it. It's just right there, and my brain is like, what is even tonight happening? I would love to make a piloting check.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to make let's see here. To get it, so I want the four of you to agree to what your plan is. Solid. Are you flying in to within a certain range and then dropping? Are you going to now? Okay, here, I'll give you options to
Okay,
help rather than
choice.
having
Thank you.
you just kind of guess at the lay of the land.
We will choose our own adventure.
You generally know there's probably two ways about this you could do.
Okay.
You could launch and attempt to apex drop from further away. That is more difficult. It is a ballistic. You're going in ballistic so that you don't come up on radar with your apex, or at least you don't come up on sensors with your apex. So the next sight reactors will not be active, meaning that once you fire, you will not be able to control yourselves until you get to atmosphere, when your entry coronas will mask your next sight signatures. There's a lot of scientific terminology I'm using right now, I realize.
We'll get hell of hot, and then they can't read our engines.
Yeah, there you go. Damn it. I was proud.
But you did it good. I'm just trying to dumb it down.
Translation.
The other way you can do it is you can get closer. Now, it will make the drop easier, but you'll have to see if you can, like, skim the parameters of engagement you were given for your observation status. So risky, but an easier drop, or easy and a risky drop.
Really, do we feel more confident about Kalami's ability to pilot, or our ability to not cook in our suits on our way down?
I mean, I'll be fine either way, so it's really on y'all whether or not you're,
Zep will be firing you, by the way, down to surface.
Yeah.
He will be dropping. He will,
Either
Oh.
way,
Yeah,
we should get closer then.
just letting
we
you
should
know
get
who's
closer.
going to be the one pressing those
Yeah.
buttons. You're not going to be making
No.
personal pilot checks to launch from your catapults.
I would like to get closer.
I knew you'd say that.
I would
But
prefer
I'm
doing it
profoundly-
further back. I don't want to risk us coming into ire with anyone here, especially if we're about to leave the ship.
Well, true, but that's only if they see and catch us, which I feel pretty confident they won't.
Well, we have 2 people that are in the midst of war, keeping a close eye out for bogeys and shit like that. So I would be. We're already on their radar. If we are
Right.
further away, and we're able to get our smaller apexes through the debris field, I feel a lot more confident leaving the rest of the crew up here in the ship if we didn't put them in a position to have to defend themselves.
Is this just a matter of how well we could tolerate a bumpy ride down?
It's more
in
about
a-
where you're gonna land.
Yeah, it's less about you having a bad time of it, and more of me landing in Africa and you landing in Australia.
Okay. Because if it was just a matter of whether or not we land covered in vomit, I'd say fucking suck it up, right? You know?
But I also don't want to leave the ship should something happen if we get closer.
Yeah, I feel like if the ship is in closer to the engagements,
Then we made it their problem if we fuck up.
You're gonna skim the engagement is the idea. Is that you can get just close enough to launch, and it's basically it's putting a stealth aspect to it, to make your drop easier.
And our ship ain't
Yeah.
very stealthy.
It's not, but ultimately, Captain, it's your call to make. But I know I can get us really close up to that line, and then all our friend here has to do is just bail ass back out away from it and go like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I got too close." If anybody happens to see them,
I
I
wanna
won't
put
tow
them in
over that
position.
line. But if you don't feel safe enough with it,
What do
just
you guys
saying.
think?
I'm down with your idea, Captain.
I'd rather it be my problem than somebody else's.
I'd rather put it on us and have to figure it out than have to put it on the ship after we leave it.
Okay.
I mean
So we end up tourism,
Yeah.
you know?
I mean, Zep's already come by and saved our butts once before, so worst case, better to have someone able to save us than getting them fucked with us unable to return the
anything about
favor.
it.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So, no more pilot checks. As you are going to your apexes now
Getting in the robot.
for deployment. The catapult sleds have basically a retractable shield that envelops the sled, and normally the sled just launches you out into space to get you up to speed so that you can attain combat speed faster and deploy faster while in space. In this regard, it turns into a quasi drop pod of sorts, creating a box-like frontage for you to kind of crouch into in your the apex to crouch into. When it lands, basically you flip your feet onto the flat portion in front of you and you use it because it has retro rockets in front of it. It's a one-use thing. You have to replace the sled after you do it. Luckily, you usually take one extra sled per catapult before you need to go to a station and resupply yourself with a new one. So this kind of drop is not outside of the realm of possibility. The thing that makes it difficult is that you are not going to have any actuation going on. This is purely ballistic. So I'm going to have Zep make an accuracy test. Would you like to roll it?
Oh no! I've
No,
Surprises.
he's not our character.
All right.
nope.
I trust
I
him.
He
said that
technically
piece
is. He
dark.
follows your orders, and if you were to go into combat, you would choose what he does. But okay, I'll roll it.
Jesus, take the wheel.
All I will do is sit there in my cockpit and go, hey, you know, if I end up in the middle of that sulfurous ocean of nastiness, my
you're
ghost
lost.
will come back. And shit in your bed!
The chain is rotated into position. Targeting computers are set. Now, the thing that makes this difficult is because your catapults are on opposite sides of the ship, it has to roll. So fire and then roll and then fire. While moving. While trying to make it look like you're just performing an adjustment maneuver. So...
Hope your boy can fly.
We at least know that much.
So I rolled... raw on the dice a 9. So that means you got a 15.
Can we use some of our fortune points?
That's for his pilot. Yeah, you can use the fortune points.
Okay. Just in case. Just saying we can...
You can use them now if you want.
Yeah, can we use them now to...
For what, though?
Yes, well, I'll figure that the fuck out. What stunts would this be available to? Considering it's a odd, like...
Infiltration stunts.
Ooh, we never get to look at those. I'm so delighted.
This is definitely infiltration.
Ooh, get to look at these things.
It's not like they're new things. They've always been
I know,
here.
we never get to play with them.
Let's not do the one that makes us the center of attention. Let's not do that one.
We have word that the terminology Air Force is currently using is bandits.
Ooh. Ooh, infiltrating a military base. Cover your tracks.
-2 on all future rolls to follow your tail. Trail, rather.
So that would be
same thing.
sensor checks to pick you up, which is already low because you're running ballistic. So they would be on passive sensors rather than active sensors picking you up. Maybe I should look at the infiltration stunts. Those are general combat stunts. I'm like, why is penetrate armor what I'm looking at here?
We're gonna hit the ground really fucking hard, and well,
SP spent.
We're just gonna penetrate the crust of the planet.
we're gonna fuck up that magma mantle layer like nobody's business.
I mean, good instincts.
We're in the capital of Bug City.
All
right,
Make sure we weren't noticed.
Yeah.
That was one,
Situation
it's
is
just cost
extremely
1.
hostile.
And it's a perception test. There's calming the waters, which reduces churn.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
Oh.
I mean, cover your tracks does seem pretty good as well.
Just let everybody know, there are a lot of stunts in this game. We've had conversations concerning what to do about that for things. And that's why it seems like, oh, why are they taking so much time to decide this stuff? It's because there's basically a stunt menu for almost every type of action, which
So
is
there's
both
multiple
good.
pages. Yeah.
There's both good and bad to that. The good news about that is that there are options galore, mechanically figured out options galore, and they're not too crunchy.
They're inspiring because sometimes in a moment you're like, oh, what am I doing?
And they
Oh,
tend to add to the narrative. But
Yeah.
it does slow the game down because you're like, oh, okay, what can I do in this situation now that I have stunt points? And
But as we get to know the system, it won't be as bad, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but also there's like us sometimes doing like a balancing act of if you spend 3 or more, or is it 4 or more? Yeah.
if you spend 4.
Or more.
Four.
If you spend 4 more stunt
Yeah.
points, then that raises up the churn. So
I love
depending
it.
on
That never bothers me.
All right, so what are you doing?
What do you think? Good instincts to check to see if we were followed, and then do you want to do cover your tracks? That's going to be 4 altogether.
I mean, I like cover your tracks.
You want to do that instead?
So
So that if they do manage to try to find us, they have a -2 to.
Yeah, to track
Figure
our
out.
descent,
Yeah.
essentially.
Because I feel like our consequences, we'll fucking figure, either we can't do anything about it because we left the ship anyway, or we'll fucking figure it out because they're consequences, and they're gonna slap us in the face.
Yeah, and
Actually,
Zep will
here's
be
a
able to
question.
contact us while we're planet side, right?
Yes, you can have communication.
Yeah.
Just as they have their own cycling cryptography for frequencies, so does the Agora and the Arbiter. So you have your
Okay.
own like frequency suite.
okay.
Alright, then
So they
just
won't
cover
be
your
listening
tracks.
in.
Yeah. The negative
Actually,
two.
here's a question here because that was on his roll. Does that cover our tracks or does that cover the chain's tracks?
Ooh,
Because
good
either one of
question.
those is good, but in different ways.
Well, because this is going to be your infiltration maneuver and you decided to not fly closer,
Mhm.
it will be for your descent.
Okay.
Okay.
If
That's
you
good.
do any bonuses for things like let's see here. You know what? I'll allow you to decide. Cover your tracks can either be for you, for your descent, or for the chain for the purposes of noticing if they launched you or not.
Not looking suspicious.
Mm.
Yeah.
I mean, if the whole point of this was to keep the chain safe, that's my inclination.
Yeah. Keep the chain safe. Would be my
Okay.
vote.
So they will receive a bonus to their nonchalant piloting rolls. Drive cool, drive cool. Windows up. Lock them.
Eject
And,
Gallows'
I'll
entire
leave-
office.
No.
I'll leave Zep with orders that if there were anything weird, to contact me immediately. Like if he notices anything.
Oh, I had plans to just do it myself and inform you later, but that sounds like a perfectly reasonable request as
Put
well.
your sass.
Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
That's hard.
All right. So, I need to roll some tests to see what the what else is going on. That's a decent roll.
Is that a good first decent roll or a
Probably not.
bad first decent roll?
It's a decent roll. Let's just enjoy it.
Okay.
Mm.
In the room.
With passive sensors, you can tell when you have been scanned, essentially. When scanners have swept you. Because most sensors in sci-fi setting, you can't do standard radar. You have to kind of LiDAR. And the accuracy of LiDAR, because of bouncing and surfaces, can create an unclear picture. So that's why you get a lot of like red dots until you get into visual range, which is I can look out the window and fucking see that, or the camera in my sensor array can literally zoom in on a picture, giving you that Battlestar Galactica like really far away, and then all of a sudden shaky zoom in on the. It's 2 base stars. All right. Anyway,
Sweet, sweet crash zoom.
man, they shot that show so well. Anyway,
It's a beautiful show in service of absolutely nothing.
I am a dork. Anyway,
Love you.
so you know that you have been scammed.
Yeah.
There is nothing within visual range, and as your I need to know your pairs.
Oh, who's paired up with who?
Who was side by side in the shoot?
I would prefer to go after. So I'll be
Second launch.
second launch.
So who's
I
first
go
launch?
first.
I think there should be a knight on either side, right? So if we get split,
Yep. You
All
go
right.
with Calamity.
Okay, yeah, I'll keep an eye on Calamity.
Eye on me. Try to keep up with me.
So
I
first,
am slow.
first
I am
launch.
lumbering. Sorry.
it'll keep you safe.
Well, good news. You're not under your own
Oh wow. Okay.
go juice anyway. You're basically a bullet.
Yeah.
You're
What?
bullet mode.
No, like, based on my fucking...
Oh shit. Should I roll for my system? Just in case?
Once it activates,
Okay.
it's currently
Yeah,
not
'cause-
on.
Okay.
Our robots are cold metal right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
More like a fucking
You
cannonball.
literally have heat packs and oxygen.
Yep.
You're in armored flight suits. So first flight launches and starts descending planet side. Second flight shortly behind. Zep did his job.
Oh, Christ.
Did it well. Because you're flying dead stick, you really don't have most sensors on. You're on battery power for most of your sensors. You have passive sensors alone and communications. That's about it. Get a notification in text because it's short burst you cannot intercepting under 100 bits worth of fucking information is next to impossible amongst massive data streams, which is why text is probably the best way to stay quiet on a network. You're getting text information from the chain updates. You've been scanned. I got you into position so that nobody's in visual. He fired you just as two groups were disengaging in an area. So as they were disengaging, you're going to where the fight was happening. Don't look out the window is one of them.
Tell me what to do.
I mean, that makes you want to immediately look out the window. But
You can
That's a
turn
great
on.
one.
You can turn
can I
on.
turn on my screens?
You can turn on your optic camera.
Fuck yeah! Shoot, shoot.
You're not like adjusting it and getting like the highest of depths and extra scanning, but it's just a camera feed. You can see that you're flying through a recent battle,
Oh yeah.
and you can see two. Well, actually, make some perception tests if you are going to turn your cameras on.
I want to know what we're
Absol-
flying into.
Fucking lootly.
Seeing?
Or is it your
Seeing, yes.
Is it our actual perception?
It's sensors plus seeing.
Which for me, you think is the same thing. Oh, Apex stats. Here we go. Yep. Yeah.
15.
18.
When you shake your head no, I actually need to know the number.
9.
Okay, that's not the worst, by the way. Easy is 9, so an easy task is 9. A routine task is 7. So, like, the difficulties go pretty low if it's something obvious. So, don't get too disheartened if you're not in the double digits. So,
Good to know.
9, 15,
18.
18.
Galloway stayed dark.
Okay. He knows when to just chill.
Yeah, he's just, I'll land when I land.
Still not gonna do about it.
He's along for the ride.
Yeah.
So, those of you who pop on your external cameras, you see that you are traveling through a recent battle. You can see 3 upgraded, heavily modified Potemkin Arms Makos. I believe I called them... Ah, crap. I had a specific
Hold on.
designator.
I have it written down.
Mako
S-
SK.
Yep.
SK?
Yep.
Yeah.
You can see several Mako SKs. Now, Mako SKs are much burlier. They're rounder. They've obviously been built up with extra armor, making them a little less maneuverable than your baseline Mako. But Potemkin arms, Potemkin security, they definitely have more of a siege doctrine to their, or fortification doctrine, I
You
should
mentioned
say.
it's Brandfod tech at this point.
Yes, it's you can see the hallmarks of Brandfod tech to it, and you can see they've been ripped open. But you've never personally been in contact. Actually, those of you who are soldiers at one time have seen this kind of stuff before. So I will allow current events test from our ex-soldier.
Current events.
I was military.
Military upbringing. Were you actually part
I
of...
was a negotiator.
You were a negotiator. For the Dominion? Specifically, or was it Brandfod Fleet?
Agora.
It was Brandfod before Agora.
Okay, so the Brandfod Fleet had no specific engagements. The reason why I'm having her roll it is
Okay.
because she was probably in the war that preceded the Agora formation. Just at the tail end of the war.
Would this be tactics or engineering?
I'll allow tactics.
Okay. 13?
You've seen this kind of weapon scoring before. It is the bioplasma that Kaitoan Apex use is very different from the solid projectile arms that normally get used. You can see that there is not rent steel from impact. You can see that portions have almost been burned away at spots. It's almost like the metal itself was melting, and you can see bubbling of the metal in spots where contact was made. But you can also see large, probably about as tall as a 2-story building, spines lodged into one of them. Black, serrated looking projectiles that have skewered the cockpit. And then you fly a little bit further. And I really wish there was a breaking point system in this game.
I can roll willpower self-discipline. Is that what you're looking for?
Yeah, but there's no like mental stats.
No PTSD stat?
There's no like mental health kind of stat, like or I mean fortune could technically, but I don't want to take that away on something of noticing anything.
That sounds promising.
You've seen them before. Ragna and Calamity have only seen the smaller versions in the fights at the arena. As you fly past Apex size, well, they're basically bio Apex. They are fusions of metal and organic material, just like everything else the Kaitoans use. But these have carapace to them that rival the sides of buildings. One looks exceedingly like a rhinoceros beetle to a degree. A engorged back, a forward spine that comes up off the back of the head. Its forearms are almost, they almost look like a frozen comet, except you can see that clawed fingers pop out where it terminates. So it's almost like this large teardrop shaped organic bludgeon, but with clawed fingers that come out of the end.
I have the picture in my head. It's good.
It's fucking rad.
Yeah.
You can see that it's where it's been hit, clear to slightly yellow fluid mixing of the only fluid that you can put it with is pus.
God. It was cool, now it's gross.
But yeah, that's cool now.
Leaking from the wounds in it. And you can see that one of them, the actual chest piece, is ripped open. And inside a rather... It's a cockpit, so to speak, but the arms are inside organic. It's almost like the arms have been plunged. Now, it's not that the arms have been plunged into something. It's like the cockpit grew up around the arms of whatever's inside of it. And you can see that inside, in full Kaitoan armor, similar to the ones you saw of the warriors on Taroa 4, but with half of the headpiece peeled back, and obviously dying of exposure. Well, died to exposure to the void. This warrior still looks like he's mid-struggling. You don't see his lower torso, as the torso kind of flows into that same flesh, tendon, muscle fiber, almost like connections to the lower part of the armor. It's almost like you could see this person moving within the cockpit itself, with long cords coming out the back of the head and spine, leading in deeper into the fleshy interior of the Kaitoan armor. Think like the inside of a dart.
I'm here for this.
For you Stargate Atlantis fans.
Oh yeah. Okay. Oh right.
Yeah.
Been a while. Been a lifetime.
That just means you need to rewatch it again? Marathon?
I'm good though.
Oh, come on.
You see another one that has a similar design to the panther-like one that Ragna fought? It also has large, but this one has, it almost looks like where wings would be unfolding from a beetle, it just has large vents. And you can see tubes, like vents almost on the limbs and the knees and the lower back. You can make little sense of truly how these things operate. Only Eden really has any firm idea of what they can do in a fight. If anybody's ever seen Macross Frontier.
Oh, yes.
That's what I was thinking of for the big one with the rhinoceros beetle looking thing. But they only have 2 limbs. No 6 limb situations going on here.
Gotta have moderation, Jesus.
Yeah. Let's be reasonable about how unreasonable we're being.
So, you can see that you move literally threading through several of these floating masses before making your way into the debris field at large. As you pass, you can see the remains of frigates, a destroyer here, the corpse-like remains of the Kaitoan ships, their sleek design and almost insect-like carapace exterior. As you make your way down to planet side, you start to feel the vibrations. No neck sight means no neck sight.
Stabilizers.
I was gonna say
Inertial dampeners?
Hold on. Jesus Christ. No neck sight reactors means no inertial dampeners, no stabilizers. So you're really feeling the shake. You can, it's getting hot. You can see the red corona start to form up around your exterior. And you get the neck sight okay text from Zep to turn your Apex on. Now, Make your faulty system.
Hasn't failed you yet. 4.
So and you need to roll like a 1, right?
1 or
For it
2,
to fail?
I think. Yeah.
Faulty system.
I think I have like a 1 in 3 shot if my thruster's not working.
So there's that hold breath moment that Ragna has every time that, and then it starts up in full.
Listen,
Sure,
they're
it just
really
turns out
good
so I don't-
thrusters when they work, so...
You're a
You're-
real bummer if they didn't work right now on account of gravity.
I would still have thrusters, just not the stuff that gives me... It's not my Excel system,
Oh,
so
that's
my...
not that bad,
I
then.
have
Oh.
extra thrusters on my
Okay.
Apex.
You're not dead
Okay.
and void.
No, I would still be able to do basic maneuvering, but none of my fancy shit.
Okay.
Ah.
As you make your way planet side, all of the sensor arrays and the heads of your Apex light up, each one in succession, their eyes lighting.
Mm.
Your exhaust fins moving in test patterns, rippling to get to as your Apex roar to life once you hit atmosphere. I am gonna have all of you make piloting tests right now.
Yeah.
Dexterity piloting.
You're handling.
But
Whichever
you're
is
handling whichever's lower.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dex pilot or
Dang it.
handling
I'm
pilot.
good at piloting, but my handling is not good at this thing.
Yeah.
I have a specialty in piloting.
The idea is that you can only pilot as well as your ship can handle.
Oh, I got.
But if you're shit at piloting, it doesn't matter how good of a handling the ship has, you're going to pilot it like shit anyway.
Alright.
Unless it has some kind of piloting autosoft in it, but
Are
that's
there
not in
any-
Apexes. They're expected to be
I'm
piloted by
gonna-
people.
I'm gonna get the turn up,
Oh boy.
Okay.
and I generated some points.
Yeah, I got some points too.
Well, I mean, that's only if we succeed.
I'm
I'm
pretty sure I succeed.
pretty sure I don't.
This was a challenging test. So,
Alright.
what did everyone get?
23.
Okay.
17.
Okay.
13.
Okay.
I rolled really low.
7.
Okay.
And I got 6 stun points. I
All right.
succeeded.
I got 5.
I would have got 1 + 1 is 2.
At least the 2 people that succeeded maybe are the ones behind you guys.
Yeah.
I can literally.
What
Well,
this
no,
means
no,
is
that's the
that
thing.
the-
I'm with Calamity. You guys are both together.
Yeah, behind you.
Oh, the two. Oh, no. Okay, I know how this works.
What
I
this
know how this
tells me
works.
is he fucked up the first shot and then corrected on the second one. This is what this means. This is, I'm
Oh
just-
my
I'm
god.
just saying.
No,
That's
no,
what
no.
this means.
No. This is how it works.
What stunts do I choose from?
Yeah, same.
How do you save a crashing cannonball?
Yeah.
Attitude stunts. No,
With chutzpah.
Yeah.
Well, good. I get one of those cheaper.
no. There's a in there. It's chutzpah.
You need a
Chutzpah.
little phlegm.
Chutzpah.
You need phlegm in there.
Yeah.
I will open up
This is-
my
there's-
thrusters to fucking zoom in and correct one of these asses for
Yeah, I'm
however
like-
many stun points you need from me.
We both have it. We're like, let's
Uh.
go. Let's. Guardian Angel Squad.
Guardian Angel Squad,
Yeah.
We can go with exploration stunts,
general exploration stunts. Ah, shit.
or we'll go with vehicle combat stunts. Exploration and vehicle combat stunts. Obviously, the ones that involve maneuvering. So, here's what happens, or at least what Ragna and Eden see ahead of them. Ragna and Eden get to a specific height, and the fins of the catapult sled break off, leaving just a thin board in front of you for your feet to set on, with retro thrusters on the front. As you do this, though, you notice that Gallo hasn't deployed his. Calamity has. But Calamity is forced to actually adjust as Gallo hits his way too low, and he's going in a little too fast. And the fins, as they deployed, broke off. One of them almost hit Calamity.
Christ.
Forcing
Collision alert. What the fuck?
We're in the atmosphere. Where is it supposed to be? It was challenging. It was 13 was the target, so you don't get hit by the debris.
Oh.
But Gallo is going in a little low right now. He's going a little fast.
Okay. Alright. Can I spend 4 on Speed Demon and Jury Rig to fucking force his shit to slow down using the thrusters on mine and his? Because I'll, my
Yes.
system is
Up
working.
the churn.
Up the churn, please.
Okay, if needed, I would offer to do Speed Demon with you to help so that it's not all on your mech. Right?
I think my thrusters can handle it.
Okay. If you don't need help, then go for it.
Yeah.
We're at 16 on the churn currently.
Yeah. But I'd rather you not hit
Torpedo
the
yourself.
ground. We were ballistic, yes, but not that ballistic. You're supposed to open your sensors at some point.
I'm gonna need an extra pilot test
Okay.
from Ragna.
Okay. As I high G my way into a high G maneuver.
I'm falling. My friend is falling fast. I'm not falling fast enough. I better speed up to slow him down.
18.
18.
18.
Okay. Hunan, right?
Yes.
I keep getting them. I keep having to check because I never want to get it wrong.
Yeah, it's the human.
Hunan, you actually see tilt forward, drop the retro thrusters, and boost forward, descending with your 0G thrusters.
Yeah. Actually,
Combat thrusters. There you go. That's what I was thinking.
Gungnir. They're called the Gungnir thrusters.
Just as Calamity is getting getting her head around what the hell just happened, just over her shoulder, a black bolt just flies right past. Just as Hunan is getting next to Fidchel, you pull the retro thruster in front of you, and basically link onto one of the external gun ports on the Fidchel and add your retro thrusters together. Now, luckily, you are piloting a what type?
Chariot.
A chariot type. Those are the lighter ones.
Yeah.
So the retro thrusters are standardized. So your retro thrusters do less work for you. The Fidchel, though, is a Lancer type.
Yes, it is.
They tend to be a little bit bigger.
And my particular model also is lumbering.
So your retro thrusters have to do extra work. So between the two of you, the retro thrusters are able to kind of do the work of if they were stopping two normal-sized ones, and they actually kind of kick in. And slow your descent enough. But now, you're kind of strung out. Hunan and Fidchel make contact first with the ground, just past them. Oh my god. Morgana. I was like, it's another crow thing, right? Morgana lands, and then just beyond that, coming down nice and stable. Least dust, no splash. 10 out of 10. torment lands. And the four of you land in that, like, boom, boom, boom sequence. You are all within a mile of each other.
Alright, that's pretty good.
Apex sizes, that's not bad.
Yeah,
you know
no.
that Zep did a pretty good job. If it weren't for certain people who didn't turn their cameras on and took a look at the altimeter a little bit too late and went, oh shit.
He was busy in the bar. He was getting himself a drink.
Yeah, he was in the back of Fidchel in the small mini bar area just making himself a White Russian.
I like that you made it a White Russian. Makes me so happy.
Just act there's just like do and the milk, the cockpit's just like altitude.
He's stirring it with his finger. Oh, it hits the button with the finger with the White Russian still on it.
Sticky keys.
Never spilt a drop though. He's a professional. You know you have landed a little to the northern sector of this expansive no man's land. There is a mountainous region about 100 kilometers north of your position. Currently, as I said, there's no active engagements going on. But your reactors are on now. So, for the sake of functioning, your signatures are being read, more than likely, by those on either side. Now that you've landed, four of you form up together into a small group.
After I literally, in my mech, just slam Hunan's hand down on top of Fitchel's head area. Like, you fucking idiot.
Bonk.
Oh,
You got bunked on the head by another mech. There you go.
affectionate.
Fidchel kind of shakes a little bit.
Are we able to communicate now? Or...
Yeah, your comms have been open the whole
Yeah.
time.
Okay. Thank you, Vagna.
You're gonna be putting in more hours of training in your mech after this.
I'm a good pilot.
Uh-huh.
You're super not. You're super not.
Look, I'm the only one here that's flying a Lancer. Fitchel, look, I love Fitchel, but you know what? Fitchel's got things that, it's not as ideal.
I'm sorry, was it
So you're gonna be
Fitchel's
putting in more
decision?
hours in order to compensate for that. Mandatory training.
Eden hits the comms. Team training? We can use some team training. We could schedule time together.
Okay.
Right?
I'm here
Okay.
for that.
Question. Can we pre-formulate scrambling the signatures of our drives? So like having something ready that makes us look Malaysian, having something ready that makes it try and look like it's maybe Kaitoan?
It's not a matter that would take some very advanced exterior additions to your mechs, because what they're picking up is the drive signature, and the drive signature in and of itself, or the reactor signature I should
Yeah.
say, it's more about how that each reactor processes next site,
Yeah.
which gives away
It's a fingerprint.
Yeah.
but there's no really fucking with that
Okay, I'm
unless
thinking
you're
the Rocinante, how they were able to...
they were able to burn like dirty.
Yeah.
That's because they're leaving behind a trail.
Okay.
Basically, it's like putting too much oil in the mix in your chainsaw. How it gets that little extra.
Smoke.
Yeah, you get some more smoke. It still works,
Okay, so
but you
there's
got to
nothing
do the right
zero
mix.
Exhaust. Yeah.
Everybody's had one of those. Well, not everybody, but
I'm
there's.
like, I have not
I had
had
a car
this
like
moment.
that.
You had a car that no. I'm talking about a piece of machinery that requires an oil to gas ratio in its engine.
Oh, I've had one of those too.
Yeah,
but
it's
I
usually
meant-
it's lawn equipment that has that.
I
that
had
know
to
of.
have I had a car that we had to put a constant mixture into the gasoline in order for it to run better.
Mm.
It was one of the beaters I learned to drive with on the farm. So
Okay, so ignore my request.
No, yeah,
of
that's
smoke.
that's if it was tracing your like drive plume.
Okay.
This more is like there's a specific energy process going on, and as the next site is used and broken down, it's in that process that gives off the signature that can be read. It would take a lot of tinkering ahead of time to set that up, and even then, the best you could do is one direction. So, like, a Milesian could make it look like a Branfod.
Yeah.
Branfod tech could look Tuathan or Milesian. There's no copy in Kaitoan because of the way their technology works. Unless, like I said, unless you got a specific system that was designed specifically to do that.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of how, like, submarines they're listening for the actual sound of, like, oh, that's a diesel engine over there.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Versus, like, oh, that's a whale over there.
Yeah, that pretty much is what it is. Diesel engine versus whale.
Exactly.
Yes, exactly that.
Yeah.
Exactly that.
There you go.
Damn Caterpillar drives.
Alright,
Tom
so-
Clancy, Hunt for the Red October up in here. All right.
Ugh.
Anyway,
Let me read that.
Holy.
so moving together, you are now in a small group. Sensor tests for your surroundings.
Sensor seeing or just sensors?
Sensors seeing. So
there are Apex's sensors plus.
If you have the seeing.
if you
Only
have seeing.
bonus.
Oh, okay. So just.
But if your perception is lower, you would still use your perception.
Fucking hell, this whole turn. There's also
Of this, I'd blow out of the fucking park. Of course.
I succeed, and I'm pretty sure I succeed. 19.
Yeah.
Then, yeah, that goes up, and I generated stun points.
Nice.
Well, the-
17.
Woo.
And
Also 17.
9.
Okay. So everyone but Eden.
Yeah.
Eden's making sure squads together and not
Just
in
dogging.
pieces and
I'll take an
all right, you'll take an aha. There's
Just one
investigation.
because I want to keep the turn where it's at. I'm good.
So it approaches the 20.
Yeah, please no.
Oh yeah.
The last time turn happened, I ended up in a soup.
coming for you.
Okay. As you take in your surroundings, you see that this no man's land has been hit very hard. The earth that you're standing on, there's no way that any natural phenomena made the area this crater filled unless a massive meteor storm landed here that lasted about a week. There's no vegetation that you can see. What's up?
I was just about to ask about stunts because I also generate stunt points.
Sure.
Continue your
As
narration,
keep
I'll ask
keep
after.
going. Keep going. What do you
Okay.
want? What do you want?
Are general exploration stunts on the table, or is it just investigation?
I'll allow general exploration.
Fantastic. I'm going to burn 3 to take the upper hand. If your success leads to combat within the encounter, take plus initiative to or 3 to your initiative roll.
Okay. I will make it clear. Okay, so where it says combat stunts, when you're looking at the stunt lists,
Mm-hmm.
that's the specific engagement type. Hold on. Let me get to that one thing here. Okay, so there's melee, there's gun, there's chase, there's grappling, there's vehicle, and there's space. All of those stunts are types of combat stunts. So whatever the specific stunt menu, you can always add general combat stunts onto it. Infiltration, investigation are both exploration type menus, and membership rep and attitude are social. So you can use general social with attitude and membership and rep. Like I know it seems a little. You could do a breakdown menu of it. You could do like general combat stunts and then make a little drop down for each special type within it, so you can use both together. So yes.
Yeah. Okay, cool. It's that thing of they're not in the PDF, at least they're not like grouped together quite so seamlessly like that. But I follow your logic chain there. That makes a lot of sense. So
Yeah, that's how they explain it in there. Is that these are the combat stunts you can do in any kind of combat situation. These are if you're doing melee combat. These are if you're doing shooting combat.
Yeah.
Like yeah, same
honestly,
thing.
I might just make my own plays.
Yeah. Hey, as far as I'm concerned, these are some of the best play aids that publishers have put out.
Oh, for sure.
So, all right, Stitch in Time. So you're looking for a +3 if any combat happens because of this encounter. No, you're not Stitch in Time. You are
No, the upper hand under general exploration.
upper hand.
Yeah.
+3 to initiative if combat happens.
Basically, yeah.
Gotcha.
Just kind of keep my head on a swivel.
Looking around you, you can see that you are basically in a half-kilometer wide valley. Outside of that valley, you can see that there are higher points. So you're kind of like in a rut within a valley, a much larger one. Massive ordnance is the only thing that you can kind of put together that made this kind of location. Luckily, from what you saw, there was no active engagements going on the surface. It was pretty much just orbital combat that was going on. Your aha. You know that to the north, there is an area that as you were doing your sensor sweep, you catch that there is an area that is oddly... It's kind of a plateau. And as you get closer to the mountain region, this is maybe 60 kilometers north of you. The mountain range, so kind of like in the foothills-ish kind of area of the mountain range. You can see that the bombardment continues up in that direction, but there's one area, this kind of 5-kilometer wide plateau. It seems pretty much untouched by bombardment. By the way, you have mortar surveillance drones that you fire out of the shoulders to get area surveillance quick. So basically a small little thing opens up on the shoulder and fires up into the air. It drones for like 2 seconds and then drops back down into the chute and closes.
Adorable. Aww. My tiny friend.
Yeah.
Drops back down. From your sensor sweep of the area, yours got a little bit higher up, so you were able to get a larger map. Once those come back in, you get that full... On your screens, you have a full layout, topographical area map of pretty much everything within a 70-kilometer area of you. Topographically speaking. This is the quick get your surroundings scan, and then it comes back. Deeper scans for like picking up reactors, things like that, require more active scanning. This was get the quick map of the area, kind of a UAV sweep.
Where to, Captain?
Well,
I didn't ask you.
about 60 kilometers north, we have a plateau that's surprisingly untouched by what happened here. It's stood out on scans.
Fun enough.
Mysterious. I love a mystery.
Fun enough place to start.
Yeah, it's at least somewhere to head to. Other than literally exploring an entire continent.
Yeah, well, I mean, at the very least, we can also keep an eye on some of the debris that we come across, see what kind of damage it's taking, make them if anything looks unusual.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. So you start...
Heading towards it.
I'm just seeing fucking MS-08 in my head right now as they're trudging.
Yeah.
Mecha trudge.
Got its little
People with their cockpits
swaying
open
little
looking at
crab
maps.
arms on mine.
Ooh.
Sensor tests again as you march.
See?
Yes.
Ooh. Ooh.
Hey,
Oh
did it
my
again.
god. Yeah. Turn up the churn.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I got 20.
I
Oh,
also got a 20.
Oh god, did you get... Oh.
Mine had 2 6s though. So
Yeah,
stun
yours
points.
is fine. Actually, you get 7 stun points if you
Oh.
can see me.
Yeah.
yeah. You're all in a group. You're kind of
I only
doing.
got a 16.
You wouldn't have been doing your full booster movement. You probably would have been doing walking movement.
Yep. Especially if we don't know how we're gonna get off here, saving power, fuel, all that fun
You
stuff.
know you have 3 days of high active usage before you're gonna have to start worrying about next site reserves.
Okay.
You guys okay with me spending stun points on?
Burn it.
Well, it's your stunt points.
Yeah, I
if
know,
you
but, like,
generated
burn-
them,
burn-
Seeing
it
as
w-
how
how
your
we
turn is
get
at an
close-
18 now.
Yeah.
Well, so we're gonna get to that 20 whether you like it or not, so we might as well take
know.
control of our fate.
Okay.
Burn
I
that
don't feel
churn.
comfortable with this.
I want
Earn
to
that churn.
spend 4 story points.
ooh,
On,
4 stunt points.
Or if I wait, no, I don't think I can if it's something that's detailed, right?
A detailed
Mm.
investigation? No, I don't think so.
You're an
this is a
investigation.
Only simple ones. Okay.
Yeah, you're not doing a full-on like sleuthing investigation right now.
Okay.
This is simple visual. So
All right, then I'll just. Okay, so I won't spend the thing. That would be too much. Then I'll just do an intuition.
you've also got.
And now I've got a lot of points left over, technically.
I was just seeing what the. All right, so intuition. Just the intuition.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I feel weird now. Like I don't know if I should spend it or not.
They're your stun points.
Okay. I mean, I'm used to like when point related things that
It's your
affect-
points, man.
Okay, I'll do an aha and intuition.
How many aha?
I'll do 3 aha. Because I have the points to spend them.
All right, so you're gonna get 3 pieces of information plus something that nobody else would notice
And that goes up again.
naturally. So, as you're scanning, you can see that there are remains of apexes and foot soldiers and combat vehicles all sticking out of this. It's almost like silt. It's a fine dust that the surface of this planet has become from all of the munitions that have been fired here, from all of the Nexite waste that has been dropped or used in this area. Thankfully, no one's firing Nexite munitions, which is the essential equivalent of a quantum torpedo from Star Trek. Nobody's doing those. That's one of the Agora conventions. So, hey, good, you're doing your job. Everyone's fighting fair, it seems. Nobody's
Oh,
using,
nice.
planet crackers or anything too ridiculous.
God,
You
use
just
the mothership from StarCraft.
That's what we both saw with the 20 at least?
yes.
Okay, wanted to make sure that that's
Yes.
when my...
We can tick
Now we're
no
gonna get
box
into
next
the
to it.
ahas.
Okay.
Aha number 1. You can tell that patrols have been through here within the past 10 hours. They might possibly move in again soon. 2. You know that if you were to guess which side you are kind of leaning towards right now, you're in the no man's land, but you're fairly sure you're on Milesian. There's more Milesian wreckage right now where you are than there is Kaitoan. So you feel like that if a battle line was hard drawn within no man's land, you would be skewing towards the Milesian side. 3rd aha. You know that currently the way the topography is set up, it's almost like a wave as the bombardment, as you know that they've been using creeping bombardment essentially when they're kind of clearing the field, so to speak. You don't bombard your own troops, you bombard in advancement of your own troops. That's why it's called a creeping barrage. You fire ahead and then the troops follow in behind. It feels like waves on a still ocean. I take that back. On a frozen ocean. Because the sharp craters are forming more just trenches as you move through. And you know that the area you're in must have had more bombardments than some of the others, as the churning earth of these bombardments has cut deeper here and built almost a wall, like as the earth has been disturbed, as the munitions have landed, the dirt has built up around this area, thus creating that almost wave-like trench situation. There's no dug trenches. This is all being done with conventional warheads. Now, after having noticed all of that, your intuition leads you to believe that for some reason, they have specifically steered clear from bombarding that area. It's a little too clean. And either the bombardments are being directed away from it, or there's something stopping the bombardments from hitting that spot. Making it seem more like a point of interest for either side. When you're having this level of warfare, this is, to use our contemporary concepts, this is Passchendaele. This is the Somme. This area is a churned over death field. For an area that size to be avoided, they're either choosing not to fire there, or there's something stopping from fire getting there, because there are plenty of craters near it. But there's a really nice just plateau. The geometry of the plateau is what's most concerning, because it seems almost square. Diamond shape, pointing north to south, east to west on the points.
Hey, Ragnar?
Yeah.
You guys, see that plateau out over there?
Yeah, the one we're heading towards?
Yeah, and you notice how it's, like, not completely fucked up like the rest of this wasteland in front of us?
Yeah, that's why we're heading there.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I was just thinking, it's like, but is it because they're not shooting at it, or because something is protecting it?
Well, I figured we'd figure it out once we got there. You got it?
Could be ghosts.
I don't think it's ghosts.
It might be ghosts. Can't
Could
prove
be.
it's not
Ghosts aside, would there be shield tech for buildings that are used at all?
Next site shielding technology is getting there. The closest you've seen, it mostly gets used on apexes.
Yeah.
The funnel tech that you saw, that the Tuathans have the most access to it if they are to have any kind of field tech that might stop. But there's no shielding that stops. It's more of a buffer that reduces the impact of whatever munition is making its way in.
Okay.
So it's more of an inertial shield that it's a blade of shielding.
Yeah. So any kind of shielding wouldn't leave a clean edge. So if you're thinking they're avoiding bombarding that area, that means on both sides they've agreed on one thing, which is to not fuck up this diamond-shaped patch of land on this desolate planet. That is both unnerving and intriguing.
There is one other possibility. They're intercepting fire. I mean,
Oh.
I don't know how they're shooting artillery rounds out of the sky, but it's not possible.
Like one side is protecting it from the bombardment?
Could be. I like your theory too, though.
I mean, it seems like there's also patrols that are coming around, so don't know when the next one will show up. So it maybe we want to try to find somewhere to lay low, watch the patrols go by, try to not get spotted, and then maybe see which group kind of approaches it, if at all. I don't know.
Well, if anything, our cores have already been picked up by sensors here on the planet.
Yeah, I'm more for moving fast.
Yeah.
I'm with Calamity on this one. Let's try and get to a space that's not this complete valley, right?
Get closer to the plateau, see what we can see over there before we move on. It could be nothing, it could be a fluke, or it could be something entirely hidden underneath. Who knows? We'll
But the
know
sooner
more
we
when
know, the
get
better.
closer to it.
Alrighty.
Okay. Using your ground-based thrusters, your ships, your apex, the foot of your apex is maybe like 10 feet off the ground, and your thrusters just glide you along the surface.
We skate.
Yes.
We skate.
Flying along like Rick Doms. Let's go.
Got trailer dirt park with all these fucking craters.
Oh, there's also, you're leaving behind quite the dust plume now as you're moving. About an hour into moving, you're not going a full. Yeah, you'd be going about 70 kilometers. You're about 70 kilometers away, so like a half hour after you start moving, you get visual. This plateau, the sensors didn't do it justice. It's out of the trench, it is monolithic. You can see that there are fissures running down the sides of it, running across the surface. Kind of like when you pack wet sand into a mold and flip it upside down and pull it off before it's completely set. You get those little breaks in the mold after you've pulled it away. Make sensor seeing tests.
Ooh, stuff points maybe.
Or
Maybe.
Womp womp.
okay. 15.
13.
11.
10.
Oh wow, what a beautiful gradient we've made.
Okay.
And does that 10 pass? Because if it does, we churn up.
The 10 does pass.
Yes, we're at 20! You've done a great
boy.
thing.
Fantastic. Let me roll to see what level. Oh, joy! So that'll be a major effect when I get back from the bathroom.
I generated stunt points on every one of these rolls. That's neat. We're gonna die, but it's neat.
It's
Probably.
fine. It's a good day to
Okay,
die.
so they've got like some sort of mysterious big Half-Life looking Black Mesa
I get that
secret
reference.
facility made to look like a big old.
It was reminding me of, why the fuck can't I think of it? Gladys's song. What the song that you hear at the end of the credits on Portal? I know the thing from beginning to end, and it talks about
Yeah.
maybe Black Mesa. That was a joke. Haha. Fat
Fat
chance.
chance.
And I was like, oh.
Except the ones that are dead.
I just imagine Gallo actually humming and forgetting the comms are on.
Keep on trying.
And then you get another deck across the apex face from Ragnar.
Bonk.
Yeah, it is strong anime energy right there.
I was like, where'd the music go away?
We're supposed to be paying attention. This
turns
is why
on-
you almost hit the ground face first.
Turns on that video.
Ragnar mutes him. I'll see if you're in trouble. I don't need to hear it.
My job is to make sure that you guys aren't in trouble.
Listen, as long as he explodes first,
Yeah, you're the one we had to save.
Okay, well look, when you guys are fighting, I'll save you. But that was just landing.
Yeah, it's when we're just landing that you almost get me killed. I super appreciate that. Thank you.
You're so like right now, Ragna is just praying and thanking the ancestors that her thrusters fucking worked this time, because the Gungnir thrusters are the only reason I was able to get to you in time.
Yeah, I was rolling around in my brain like, what could I do? I was like, well, if he ejected, I could grab him.
Yeah, then we lose the apex.
Oh god.
I know.
And
That's
then
what
he
I'm
has
saying.
While
It's like,
re-entering?
Yo, yeah,
Yeah.
no, he's gonna
Yeah,
be
brr.
literal turkey.
no,
I
I
imagine
got
a
a big
turkey in the
shield.
oven. It's fine.
I'll just put it behind the shield.
No,
and
no,
be
no.
fine.
But then if
you
he
see the thing
survives-
just become a roasted marshmallow.
And then if,
Yeah.
yeah, then if he
It's fine, it's
survives, one of us is gonna have to put him in our mech with us.
Yeah, I call
There's
not
no
it.
re-
There's no room because you have your armor
That's
sitting
my
in
only
the
kind of time.
passenger seat.
Yeah, I put like googly eyes on it, talk to it.
I
get
have a
duct
skin
tape.
condition. I can't have other people in my robot.
Why will I get duct taped? What,
To keep your mouth shut while you're in the apex with me. Don't distract me.
Eden's actually probably been remarkably quiet the entire trip.
Meanwhile, Ragna is just sitting there entirely frustrated, like, I don't like being in 1G. I don't like the fact that our doctor almost face planted doing mock whatever.
This is why we need team building exercises.
Terminal velocity, doctor not paying attention.
No,
Equals
I
bad time.
was being stealthy.
If I can't see them, they can't
Yeah.
see me.
No, it's
The
true.
ground
Corpse-
doesn't work like that.
If I
the
can't
thing
see
about
the
the
ground,
dead is nobody does suspect a body to just rise up. So you're right. That's pretty stealthy.
Jesus.
oh,
This is a crap
Okay.
team, friends.
oh, this is gonna be-
Monolithic plateau.
Yes,
Fissures
sand
down the
castle.
sides.
Go to Big Rock Town.
there is metallic signatures near. You're getting what?
Shit.
Oh,
The needle-like sounds of a beetle on the bulkhead floor. Sorry, continue.
cat motions on the first floor. We could hear them.
Yeah. Just
It-
claws.
that shit about cats being silent. No,
No!
No.
they can
no.
be very fucking loud. They don't care.
Annie sounds like an actual bombardment. When she lands.
Bowling ball just
Oh.
hitting the floor. I feel so bad for our little kitty ankles.
Yeah.
All right.
Alright. Sand and metal now.
Ugh.
You can get metal signatures within those fissures. The earth seems to be more like, as you're getting deeper scans of the area, your sensors are coming back showing that that earth might be more of a crust. The area around it is it has been dug away by bombardment. But it stands a near as near perfect as bombardment can create a diamond in the trench. It sits there like that. You also get Nexite signatures.
Ooh, friends.
Are
5
they familiar? 5
5 of them.
Okay.
And over your comms, you hear humming.
This isn't me.
Just kind of lofting through your audio before. Well, I'm not surprised you're here. Cresting over the ridge as you sit below, looking up at the near kilometer tall monolith-like structure in the center of this massive bombardment valley. A red Mako steps to the point and looks down.
Ooh,
There's something
fancy
different
being
about it.
here.
There's a singular red stalk-like appendage that comes up and kind of angles backwards. It's equipped differently, from what you can tell. It doesn't have the massive ballistic armament that it had last time you saw it, but you recognize it when you see it. You recognize Jarek Doom. To either side of this apex, it's two on each side, so 4 other modified Makos step forward, each one a near riot of color, almost Harlequin-esque. Some in checker, some blues, some yellows. There's one that is like right down the middle, blue and red. The one in the center, Jarek Doom, is the only one that is a solid color. Well, I guess there was something to be found in our little lab experiment that led you here. I'll have to have a conversation with our cybersecurity. Regardless, by the way, as he's speaking and gesturing within his mech, the mech is gesturing as well. His apex is gesturing. He's going to have to ask you to turn around and head back where you came from.
Ooh, counter proposal. I draw my sword and hit my thrusters.
The only response you get is, "Oh, I had hoped you'd say that."
You want me a rematch?
Initiative!
Let's let the captain get a word in. Let's have a conversation and find out more. Nope. Okay. This is fine.
Motherfucker owes me a rematch. Let's go.
I'm so
fucking
happy
fine.
that we got a major effect on that one. Major effect is you get to meet the flying circus.
Oh,
The
God.
flying, is that
God
their
damn
actual
it.
name? The flying circus? Because they're all colors.
It's the plus
Red.
dex, right?
Okay, so Char is kind of based on the Red Baron. The
Mhm.
Red Baron was the ace leader of a group of planes called the Flying Circus.
Wait a minute, that was in the song title.
It was, wasn't it?
Sorry, what are we?
It's plus dex for initiative,
I mean,
right?
he was gonna be. I had plans for him to possibly make an appearance, but y'all went ahead and pushed the churn up there. So
He's not answering us.
what?
It's Dex.
Yeah, it's plus. Okay, cool. Thank you. I was
Yeah,
confirming.
Dex is initiative is a literal Dex skill, so it is a Dex roll.
By the way, I had fun doing little scribbles.
Hmm. Oh yeah, that's pretty much the visual.
Oh.
That is 100% the visual.
Oh, so that's what would show up behind us. Our portrait
Show it so
in
Fox
the
can see.
poster. In the anime, that's in the background.
It's completely
Fox
blown
needs-
out.
there you go.
Oh, now I can see it. Yeah.
That's the visual looking up at the corner. That's just what I imagined in my head while he's talking. I'm just like, I'm just gonna sit here
Ditto.
and literally scribble in. This is pink. It's not red. It's pink. I drew him in
I'm-
pink.
You know, so was Char, honestly. So his red robot was very pink in that show.
Yeah.
Oh.
Depends on the series you watch. He can get
Yeah.
pretty pink. All right, so I gotta re-roll that as I pick them all up, not looking at it.
Yeah,
thinking,
don't forget
like-
you have the +3 to your initiative, right?
Oh yeah. Oh, I know.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm pretty happy with my roll, all told.
So, anybody at, let's see. I need to pull up some stats.
Pull them up on the computer screen. Look at them with your eyeballs.
I feel as though I'm being mocked.
People are.
You're
people are
not
faster
really,
than
I
me.
just like to sing.
I got 13.
I'm a
I
little
know people will be faster
punchy.
than me for sure. So.
Well,
Or
it's
roster.
It's roster slot.
Yeah.
Well, but I'm me. It's not gonna be me engaging first. Think about it. Why
You
would
were long range.
Just go
Yeah.
use the bathroom quickly.
Yeah, just fucking pee already.
You got 10 minutes left, essentially. All right. All right. Anybody over 20?
Yo,
Oh shit.
Yeah, because that +3.
Ooh.
it don't hurt. I also rolled like gangbusters, and I have the initiative focus. 21. Zoom,
Okay.
baby, zoom. Ready for the fight.
In between 15 and 20.
19.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, roll like dick balls. It's an Eden's compromise. Leave her alone.
Alright, my dexterity is decent. Guerrilla warfare type style combat.
What
I
was
don't-
your total bonus, Calamity?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Da-da-da-da-da-da. So, God, it's my handling plus, which is 4, plus 2 for my skill focus, plus 3 for the stunt I pulled. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All told.
God damn.
Oh fuck.
That'll do that. Okay. It's just double checking.
I'm so stumped.
No, I rolled a 6, a 5, a 1, and then added 9 to it. Like,
Yeah, that's good.
it don't hurt.
Okay, so
I rolled a 6, a 6, and a 4. I rolled really well, and I'm never gonna roll again for initiative. That's a +3.
Again, she's not much of a doctor. She can't really investigate, but I am ready to beat the shit out of people and robots.
Yeah.
okay, so he's going at a 18.
Oh,
Actually,
I
since-
still.
I'm also going to take this opportunity to use the little girls. Leave my proxy in my stead.
Ooh. It's so cute.
Oh, look at it! Look at his little face. I want to smush it.
Yarp into the mic, little one. Yarp.
What does the
Some-
box say?
Under 10 to 15?
We're 11 and 13.
11 and 30. You're 11?
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Running a spad. Soft.
Jesus. There's so much.
I wonder if the mics hear that.
Yeah, they definitely heard that.
Huh?
Your twinkle toes.
Footsteps
Oh.
The twinkle toes.
I also went up because my Dexcom thing was like dying, so I would have just been like, I'm dead, replace me! I'm dead, replace me! So I didn't want to have that like on the table. So I was just like,
She's going there. And that's that.
Initiative.
oh, okay. Still at the initiative. Great.
Yeah.
Am I last?
No, I am.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't matter. It's roster.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, but I mean, like in terms
We
of
get
like
knocked
everyone.
out.
Well, in terms of there's 5 of them, so like, where they all end up on the.
You have no idea.
Yeah, we don't know.
Oh, okay.
Find out in combat.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you do have the first 2 initiative slots.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Love it. Like it, I love it.
What range are we currently at?
You are currently at long range, except for Calamity, who, like, I'll consider it like ambush movement. You got a free band in because you initiated the whole fucking thing.
Sick.
Because it took everybody half a second to go, oh shit, which Morgana can move pretty fast in a half a second.
Is true?
The only one that goes faster. So, you have the first 2 initiative activations. So everyone is at long range. The Morgana is at medium.
I was gonna rush in and get a shotgun blast off, but
If you wanna
'cause I can
rock
hit
it in there
multiple
first.
targets with the shotgun if I have
Yeah,
it
no,
unchoked.
Before they start breaking up, like that's totally, and it keeps you from hitting me as I go in.
Yes.
Because you better believe I'm gonna be high Michi maneuvering into melee range.
Oh yeah. No, I'm very aware. If you guys are okay with that,
Yeah.
going
Yeah.
in, trying to hit a bunch at once.
It would have been that, or do you have any long range AOE style stuff? I know you are strictly range speaking here, so.
Nah, it's only my anti-material rifle and an SMG.
And
so
you and I both have the missile barrage.
Yeah.
you guys got missiles. I'm single target
Okay.
shot.
Yeah, I've got some grenades, but I gotta be like,
Yeah,
At melee
and
range to
my
use 'em.
shotgun will do the same amount of damage as the missile barrage, but I don't have to. They can't dodge it if I hit.
Nice.
The shotgun?
Yeah.
Yes.
As it's I'm gonna keep it unchoked. I would like to high G into close to
Okay.
Shoot all of them at once.
Into close?
Or short.
Short?
Short. Okay, sorry,
Okay.
I wasn't sure which one was.
Yeah, close implies melee range.
Oh yeah, no, not melee. I'm going into short.
Remember, CQC, close quarters combat.
Mm-hmm.
That's hand-to-hand, essentially. Short range means that you're at that first band. So it's close, short,
Gotcha.
medium, long.
Okay.
So Ragnar's going first.
Yeah.
So Morgana draws blade, hits thrusters, flies forward, and then
Once again.
just over the top, another black blur just flies. As
doing this to you, I'm sorry.
the Gungnir system activates.
I'll get mine. Don't
that
you worry
is
about it.
a...
Should have called it the Sleipnir system now that I'm thinking about it. That was his horse.
Oh,
8-legged
I was
horse.
thinking more like it made me a spear, but that works.
That's true.
13, 14, 15, 19.
Yeah, that's enough to pull off the maneuver.
Okay.
Well, I'll let you all know though the difficulties, because you're in atmosphere for maneuvering, are a little higher.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah, wait. I have to roll my Constitution.
Yes,
Don't vomit test.
your resistance.
Don't vomit test is a
Constitution
19.
stamina. Yep. No damage.
no damages. And then I'm gonna roll to shoot. All right.
Blast.
Oh no, I don't hit.
Oh no.
This thing.
Reroll.
5.
Can you? No, not. Doesn't
No, I
work that way.
can't.
Son of a
That's-
bitch.
Unless you're
Not in this
Sorry,
game.
system
No,
shock.
it's a
Ignore
10.
me.
That's a 10.
It's a 10.
Yeah.
As soon as you drive forward and unload the shotgun, they all burst away. Kind of out, and he goes up. So now they're all kind of jumping away. Next.
That's fine. My defense goes up.
All right.
Next activation.
Yeah, here I go, baby. Yeah, I am also going to kick in a high G maneuver right behind Oh Captain, my captain, and try to close to that close range.
Mm-hmm.
Because I want to drive me closer so I can hit them with my sword. Let's roll a piloting check on that.
Probably my favorite 40k meme next to tech priest support.
Yes, it's also pretty good.
Have you tried praying to the machine spirit once again?
Quick addition. My apologies. There are many
I like how
numbers
we
here, and it's getting
stuff
late.
up, like 2
19.
huge fuming clouds of dust trails.
Oh yeah, no, it's just 2 big plumes of dust that just kind of exploded outward.
As I like shoot forward and then upward to try and get an angle on the people as they move.
So which
Just
one are
over
you?
me.
Which one are you targeting here?
Yeah.
Because you're moving in. You have to move into one specific. So you did your high G maneuver. So did you stamina after that?
I haven't. No, I haven't done that one yet.
Because you're successful.
Yes. Which you want me to just go ahead here? Let me just go ahead and make that roll first, and then I'll
Yeah,
we'll
make
talk
the
about
stamina
something.
check first.
'Cause I'd like to go ahead and skip
So
that
you
out
can
of the
get that
way.
dramatic anime nosebleed.
Mm.
Oh fuck me running. Yeah, that's not great. It's 1 + 1 + 3 is 5 + 4 is 9.
We're gonna go ahead and roll a d6 to see how much fortune you take as you.
Nosebleed.
Oh, you take 6.
Oh, it's
Oh.
a big old nosebleed.
Hell yeah. All right, so let's just take 6.
Are we at like red ringer and eye level?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that looks awesome. That's good.
you're
Well, yeah.
definitely bleeding out of your nose, and one of your eyes has gone almost completely red
Oh,
from burst vessels.
Oh yeah, and it's just this massive, just like, and she's eager for the kill.
So which
and
one is
ready
she
for it.
targeting? From left to right,
Oh.
you've got
Mm-hmm.
one that is green
Mm-hmm.
with white stripes. Next to the green one, you have the bifurcated black and not black, blue and red.
Okay.
In the center, you've got Jarek Doom.
Hmm.
Next to that, you've got yellow with like it's like yellow, purple, and teal in an almost piebald like. It's just piecemeal. Like the arm is purple, the center is
Offensive.
yellow. It's
offensive.
very aggressive.
an ugly Voltron.
Yeah.
Colors don't match at all. Yellow, purple, teal, ugly. My description.
And then the one on the far right is it's actually it's white with like a forest green shoulders, red legs. You see why I called them a flying circus?
But that said, this is my color scheme, and I'm feeling offended right now.
And a big blue dot in the center of the chest.
Yours
Okay.
at least looks cohesive.
Ooh, dot.
Listen, there was a general idea that you wanted to look as obnoxious as possible so that you could offend the other pilot and distract them with your colors.
Successful.
You also wanted to be recognizable.
True. Mine is very low key.
My mind is bright blue.
Yeah. Mine's black with purple. Dark
Like-
purple.
Straight up white. It's a big shiny blue robot. Okay, so the green one, the blue one, the yellow one, the white one, and my boy. Narratively, I would go after Jarek Dune, but it's probably smarter to swing in on one of those other Makos tactically. I trust my team, and who needs a higher kill count? I should go tussle. Yeah,
You're gonna
I'm
tussle.
going straight for the gentleman in the middle, with the cocky attitude and the fun reputation.
Okay.
I'm gonna tussle that boy.
All right.
No.
Phrasing.
So, just to remind me, what's your
Tussle.
starting fortune calamity?
Oh God, I don't know.
You're 24, I believe?
I'm at 18 currently.
Well,
God.
well, you're -6. I just
Yeah.
wanted to make sure I had the full count.
Yes, the full count is 24. It's still 24. It will be 24 for a long
Mm.
time to come.
And right now it is at 18.
Currently, yes,
Okay, got it.
because I hit some damage. Yeah, and now that I am at kissy face distance.
So you counted as making a charge this action,
Oh right, yes.
which is a combined attack, but there's movement involved. But it does change specifically, what that action will
Gotcha.
do.
Yeah. Okay. If you moved at least 4 meters in a straight line to your target, which I did, to say the least, you get a +1 bonus to your attack roll. Cannot take this action if you are prone. Okay, no problem.
So you did the move, and now you get a +1 to your attack on top of your attack.
Sick. That's my minor enemy interaction. So yeah, I will roll to swing my sword around. Do. Is my 2 hit on that? There it is. All right. Oh, Inferno Blade, don't fail me now. Okay, that's respectable. It's a quick mathematics because it's late and I am bad at math.
I
And it's
like
late.
this musical interlude we've been having.
I'm sorry, I'm very punchy right now. Because I'm very excited to do a murder on somebody. That is a 17 to hit.
17 to hit.
17 to hit. 6 + 2 + 3 + 6.
So you're in sword form, right?
Yeah, this is sword and shield form. I'm charging
Okay.
out shield first and like hitting the jump and coming up on the arc and then swinging in as my Apex's eyes go.
As you drive forward, his right arm reaches to the waist, and a panel on the left leg breaks out and forms into a long, thin blade, which immediately arcs with electricity and energy, similar to your charge blade. And he pulls it out, and as it's coming across, it actually gets a like cupped hilt that forms over his hand.
Fucking foil.
As the other hand goes behind his back and pulls out a shorter one.
Freaking musketeer. Garbage.
Love his style.
Motherfucker.
This is good. This is
Love
good.
him.
And he
Fight me, you beautiful fuck.
Just over the comms.
I'm writing that too.
Yep.
1v1 me mid, bro.
this now charged rapier basically it does a little like scoop around it to push it away as he falls back, his boosters firing as he hovers over you, rapier out to the left, pointing the dagger down at you.
17 didn't get it done. Okay. Shit.
Yeah.
He
shit.
moved fast.
Ooh.
We are fucked, guys. We
Which
wanted to
honestly,
get
like,
back
I
to
think the
chain somehow. We're not
blade
going
gets-
to.
Blade gets deflected away, and like Calamity's just like, there's that hint for a second of like surprise, and then just, oh yeah.
All right.
Okay. Can we see? Do they all look like night class?
They are all night class.
Cool.
No.
No,
good.
Yeah, they're all like
Sure.
custom Makos, aren't they?
They're all custom Makos.
Yep. Just wanted to make sure.
None of them look like a Mako you have seen before. The color scheme is the only part that you noticed right away. You'll have to do some engagement to start to figure out other things about them that make them interesting.
Can I point out that before it was all of us against one and we fucking were losing?
Yep. I'm aware.
All right.
That's
Oh,
fine.
Honey Drop, welcome to the show. This is the show. This is the anime that everyone is here for.
Yeah. We almost lost against this guy's friend,
What was your,
and we are fighting 5 of them now. Fine.
Okay, well I guess it's one of them's turns.
Yeah, since you went forward, shotgun to the ridge kind of went pfft as they jumped away.
At least my defense is
Um,
It's not a direct doom to defense, but
as you watch them all disperse from the top, from the precipice that they were on to jump away, you notice that each of them actually releases a small bit of smoke that mimics the color that they have primarily
oh my
on
God,
their.
they're beam you forcing.
Yes.
my god. I want to go for discreet with my mech. I went for discreet so people would stop noticing me.
Discreet. You got a big old shotgun you get up people's faces with.
Yes, and they're not supposed to see me coming.
Okay, fair.
Commando mode, all right?
That's why my mech is black and gray and super dark purple.
No, you gotta let them know. They
Though I
gotta
do
when they
have,
see.
like, bright fucking pink ass eyes and shit. So.
Because it's supposed to scare the crap out of them.
You notice that all of them have kind of kind of an old school vibe to them, kind of reminiscent of age old armors you've seen in museums that people would wear. Basically, these are designs that are still. Oh, somebody wants you to have fun with the not char.
I just gotta hit him first. I got ideas. I got
Char-clone.
plans. My hit this boy's gonna be bad for him.
You notice that they all, like I said, they all have some kind of interesting, like, it's a Mako. It's in build, it's a Mako. But one of them, you actually see its legs as it's jumping away. The one, oh, which one am I having? Which one was that activating again? It's odd. So that's the yellow one. No, it's the bifurcated one.
The blue and red?
Blue-red.
Oh no!
Oh no! DBM gave me
DBM,
points.
knock it off.
Points.
I don't come over to Dragonlance and fuck up your shit. My dude, I rolled a 17 and didn't hit him. Alright, we should back off.
Yeah, in order to use the points, we gotta hit.
Oh man. Wait a second. Green, right?
Hit green.
Hit red.
And
Hit dead.
the one at the very end was mainly white. Okay. And then, of course,
I have my drawing now completely labeled with what the colors were and what side they were on.
I just made mine like a lineup.
fortune because numbers are unfortunate. Okay. All right. Oh man. This cool. The green one.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm sorry. It was the blue and red one. It was the one that I
Blue
picked.
red.
Blue and red one
Yeah,
activates.
bifurcated
Blue red.
one.
The bifurcated blue-red. Like literally straight down the middle. Right side red, left side blue. It's holding a shield.
Mhm.
But it's not built like the tack shields that you're used to seeing, those rectangles. This one is more of a heater shield looking shape. It's got that smooth top and coming down to a point. It reaches behind it and pulls out what originally you had thought to be a long arm of some kind. As it comes around front, you notice there's a large cup at the hilt covering the hand, and it extends a good, twice his stance.
Oh, it is a lance or a pike, isn't it? Oh.
Its legs,
Joust, you
Joust.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
its legs split.
It's a horse.
The front legs coming forward, the back legs extending backwards.
Horse.
I wrote centaur back.
As its thrusters kind of slide back to kind of almost represent a centaur-like form, if you were going to call it anything else. As 4 thrusters in each of the, well, we'll call them hooves now, hoof thrusters, fire, as a thruster in the lance fires, and it charges down at Ragna's mech.
Yeah.
I look forward to meeting the centaur that's piloting the centaur robot.
All right, rolling to hit. That is that's a 12 plus 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
And I generated 3 stunt points.
My
4
defense-
because they can see him.
Oh boy, they got that.
Oh, good.
It's good to know they can have that. Okay. Okay.
That's alright. My defense is normally 14, by the way.
Normally 14?
Yes.
Oh, it's because of the...
Mine is 16 because I made the high G maneuver because it just goes up by 2 until I can high G again, and then so it goes back down to 14 after it's my turn.
No, wait a second. I rolled. It would have been a 17. I apologize.
I'm still 16.
It's still hit, but I just realized I said 18. I meant it was a 17. Okay, because I was looking at a 6. The to hit bonus was a 5. I did the math wrong in my head. Anyway,
We're with you. You still fuck her up.
He's gonna go ahead and use group tactics.
What the fuck is that?
And the one in the green, and the yellow one. You hear crackle, kind of broken up over the comms. Fogger, Spod, flanks! And they get to move. And both of them move into your range band, and now they're both in CQC with you as he moves CQC in at you.
Great.
Damage needs to be rolled now.
Arashi, wrong system.
Ow. Balls. That's poop.
That's good.
I love poop.
Just hear you whispering, he's a horse.
8.
And my hull is still 4, so
Okay.
I have to soak 4.
Soak 4.
That's a 1. So that's 1 loss. That's a 6, so 2 losses.
2 losses. Let's see what those losses are. First loss. Reroll. Next. That's a cockpit. Second loss. Reroll. And that is a weapon system.
I have 3.
3 weapon
So 1,
systems.
2
So
is the combat shotgun. 3, 4 auto rifle. 5, 6 missile barrage.
auto rifle.
Okay. Mwah.
I have to roll to see how many fortune points you lose from this.
Yes. Please and thank you.
4.
Okay.
Okay, we're off to a great start health-wise.
As it's jumping away, it's mechanical wonder snapping into place, becoming this image out of a fantasy tale, but still a heavily modified Mako.
I love it. So
Heavily
much.
modified Mako.
No longer a shark. I mean,
It still has that, like, you're noticing that this one actually has vertical slits connecting the
Oh my
teeth.
God, great.
Hmm.
As it charges in, and the Hunan, you pilot Hunan so that you kind of roll the shoulder back, and it passes over your chest in the wrong direction and slams off of the holstered auto rifle after it makes contact with the cockpit. But the cockpit is at least, it's not flat, so it didn't hit flat, but it still slammed the cockpit pretty hard. You bounced around inside. Now Fokker's going to activate.
Fokker. Oh, that's the one that was flanked me.
Yep.
Is he the green with white stripes?
Or see the yellow, ugly one.
Yellow, purple, teal?
No, he's the green one.
Okay.
So, Fokker.
I'm writing all these down just so I know.
You notice that Fokker's actually, his has kind of a point to it, but it goes kind of back in almost a triangular shape before coming back forward and connecting to the back of the head. And he draws out his own charge blade while also pulling out what looks like a pistol for his left hand.
Ooh.
Drives forward and cuts in, and you can see that there is a large handguard, wide, looking almost like a cutlass.
Bunch of fucking pirates.
Yeah. The Five Musketeers. It's fine.
No, just this one. It's got a skull and crossbones on it.
Does it really?
Yes.
Okay.
Of course it does. It's named Foker. Like, of course it does.
Now you get it.
Oh no.
I gotta reference stuff. This would be a only a 15. So that will miss.
Yeah, it'll miss because of Gungnir.
Swings in. But the shock from the lance charge, you spin 360, pirouetting out of the way of the vertical slash from Fucker's
Maybe
machine.
My machine may look clunky, but it is surprisingly agile.
All right.
Grandfod. They're not pretty.
It depends on what you consider pretty. Don't you tell me what I don't think is pretty. You're right, though. They're hideous.
Yep.
Spad activates and flies past using its turn. Now this is the yellow one.
Bad.
Flies past using the momentum from the group tactics maneuver. Flies past and opens up with a pulling around and forward. It's rather rectangular. There's no real barrel that sticks out the end of this thing. It's kind of looks like a pulse rifle without the barrel coming out of the end. And from what Gallo and Eden can see of it, it's got 3 vertical barrels on it. The top one lights up, and solid projectile rounds start making their way towards Eden.
I didn't do anything. I was just sitting here. I was gonna go. Like,
I don't even know these assholes.
I got lost.
Shit, that's a 13.
No.
No. Damn it.
No.
The ground churns.
Hey, I get that
I see
reference.
what you did there.
As dirt spats into the air, as rounds just litter the ground around Torment. As Eden, who's been in a few fights before and knows when they're happening, quickly darts to one side, becoming the moving target that is harder to hit. Galloway's turn. Or well, it's your activations.
Yeah.
It's Galloway's slot that is currently up.
You said you had some plan you were doing?
I did?
You mentioned something.
I don't remember that, but that's okay.
Oh, I thought you did.
I mean, overcom. Are we able to ask like a quick thing over comms?
Quick things over comms are always acceptable.
Okay.
As long as you're not getting into soliloquy territory.
No. As darting back from that most recent check, Eden's gonna slap on comms and to the captain and be like, "Is this the hill we want to fucking die on, or do you need me to cover us for a back?"
I'm sorry. What did you mean by that? My brain didn't work.
Do you want us to fight this to the death, or do you want me to cover you while we retreat?
Depending on how this goes, as of right now, fight.
Okay.
We all know Calamity's not gonna leave.
She will, out of character, she will if you order her to.
Yeah, like
She has a lot of initiative and will take stupid actions of her own accord.
You
She
might-
follows direct orders.
You might get the order, but the more information we can gather, the better.
okay, let's just sure. Let's do this.
Your
what
job
range-
is to protect them, not to decide whether you protect or not.
Yeah. What range do I have to be in for the rifle?
You have medium range. You can take long shot ranges, but
you have
you start
negatives.
take negatives. It's designed to be mid.
Blah blah blah. Okay.
Fokker, the horse one, and Spad, they were in close quarters with Ragna, then they would be medium distance away from you,
Yeah.
band-wise.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you wouldn't have any extra difficulty.
Yeah, you
hitting
could
them.
fire from your position.
At any of those three.
Actually, he moved. Spad moved forward an extra.
Okay. So if
He's
I
at
want
short
to,
range then.
Yeah, he's at short range. Spad's at short range for you.
Oh, one of them moved.
Yeah, I said he kept moving
So-
past.
Oh, okay. So we're here, Spad's here, then Fokker and the horse are there, and then Jared Doom and the mysterious
That fucker.
Is it Fokker or like Falker?
Fokker.
Oh, I was so close. I put a C in there.
So how many meters away is so this one's the one that's closest to us is
Spad.
Spad. So how many meters away is Spad from his main grouping? With Fokker.
He's
And me.
like a band
He's a range band forward.
So how many meters is that?
Why are you specifically
Because
asking
stump
meters?
points specifically say it's up to stump points is how many meters away from your main target.
Oh, that
I was trying to decide.
it's within a band. Like consider meters to be bands.
Okay, cool.
Because like and all of that's calculated for like person distances. If I'm
Not
giving you within
giant
meters,
people.
that's like not even like a tenth of the way down your arm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
5 meters is you moving your foot slightly.
I'd call it pens for these guys right now.
Oh, well, I have purple if you need a little differentiation, and you got pink over there.
All right.
All right. So I'm going to take the aim and try and shoot at Spad. And then if I hit, I would like to use points.
Okay. Yeah, you have those fortunate points
Yeah, I
kind
have
of sitting
plans
in
for
the
them.
stunt pool.
Yeah.
As long as we get a confirmed hit, you can
Yeah.
spend them.
Yeah. So it's a plus. That's not gonna hit.
You don't know.
10.
Oh,
Yeah,
no, that's
It's not
going to be a
hitting.
miss.
It's not hitting anything.
Remember, you can spend fortune to move a die up. That's how you
fuck
adjust
it.
things
yeah,
after
I'll
this.
really burn my life away. Hold on. If I
Look, if anyone's gonna do it, it's me
Don't
and you. We have
increase
the
your stun
most
die, it costs
fortune.
twice as much.
no, to be fair. So
To be
it's two.
fair.
Yeah, it's a 4, a 2, and a 2. So mathematically, help the math.
The 2 would be the best. The
Yeah.
2 that's not the stunt die would be the cheapest but most effective.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to think of how high I would need to put it up to get it at a decent
Well,
amount.
we don't know what
Like a
their
16 would be safe because that's.
I mean, that'd be the best guess.
Yeah, upping it to 6.
I mean,
So I have a +2 to this
Oh.
right now. So
you can only move that one up by 4 tops.
Yes.
yeah. So,
So
if
you can
it was
only make it
si-
a 14.
You can get it up to a 14.
That would be the highest you can get
science?
it up.
Yeah, I'll take it for science. So that puts me at
So that's -6.
yeah.
Okay. 3.
Okay. Does that hit?
Yes.
Okay. I'd like to use the
Not all of them are him.
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
they
yeah. I'd like to use the suppressive fire gun stunt.
Okay.
Um,
He's a squadron leader. He's got
Yeah.
clout.
I picked hard mode. Like,
you did. You did.
The hardest of hard modes.
yeah. I'm trying to keep him busy, is my thinking.
Yeah.
I'm
All right.
sorry,
Let me
your
do the
squadron
damage
leader
on
is so squishy.
damage on the first hit, and then I'll read off the stunt.
Where is it? It's a gun
Gun
stunt?
stunt. Suppressive fire. It's 1, 2, 3, 4.
I got
5.
it.
All right. Stick down.
Roll damage.
Oh, double 6s, so 12, 13, 14.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just
Ah!
straight. What?
Ah!
Yeah, I saw it and I really liked it. I
Ah!
liked it. We haven't done
Jesus
that one
Christ.
yet. We haven't
I'll go look
touched
it
it
up now.
yet.
No.
For science.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that would have to be at least 3 stunt points to activate it so that you could go to another
Yeah.
band. But fuck.
That's also 14 damage.
Oh,
Okay.
wow, that is nasty.
Neat.
Also,
I gotta get an automatic weapon.
10 is... Oh, wait. That was 3, so down to 7.
Also, it's an action to take a stim.
Yes, that would be an action to
Okay.
do that.
Major or minor?
Good question.
It would be a minor action, but you aimed.
Yes, I did aim. That's fair. Good for next round knowledge. But now I know it for suppressive fire. So it's essentially at the end of each character's turn until the start of your next turn, including allies and your current target, make a new attack against the character if they're within some point meters of the spot where your target stands right now.
Yeah, so you get to attack. You can attack Fokker and
So I have a name. It's a horse.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I said them wrong. It was Fokker. Okay, I'll swap them on my end to make it easier. Spad is the yellow one you wrote down.
Yeah.
Okay.
We could just retcon and fix the names.
No, it doesn't make a difference.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if it was important.
They're all referential, but
Okay, I wasn't sure. Like
I can swap the names here. They're not like specifically some fucking,
Okay.
you know.
I didn't know.
I didn't get that deep with it. I just needed a collection of names. So, World War I planes it was. So, the blue and red one, Sopwit. Sopwit. If you want to write something down for it other than blue red or horse. You can attack Fokker and Sopwit.
And so I will.
Okay.
First one is 14.
No. At the beginning,
Oh,
remember, when
their
the turn happens.
turns, yes.
At the end of each turn. So you did your turn and you attacked.
yes. Now
Next
it's-
turn, on the next activation, yes.
Okay.
You'll be able to attack
Okay.
again. And then at the end of
New thing.
the next activation, you'll be able. Jesus Christ! By the way, remember, if you miss, you have to roll to see if you have to reload.
Any miss? I thought it was if we rolled
No. Oh wait. Any miss if you roll and then if you roll a 6 on the
miss.
on the stunt die
Yeah.
when you miss.
Okay.
That's how it
That's what
works.
I was like, wait a minute.
So
Oh fuck, were they doing it wrong?
pay attention for that.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. 14 damage you said?
Yes.
Damn. Okay. He's a beefy guy.
This is who you want to die on? Did we die on?
You notice that this
style?
one's a little bit chunkier, a little bit more Brandfod in design when you're firing at Spad. So I need to. I have to soak 6. It's 1 loss. Okay, 2 losses. Roll to see what you hit.
3?
That is maneuverability.
Oh, maneuverability again.
All right.
No zip zip for you.
Well, now the white one activates.
Good to write notes about this one now.
This one flies to a nearby ridge, kind of staying at long distance. And from its back takes a pair of large items. One of which you realize is a barrel that it slams into the end.
Oh no, you're a Lancer.
Yeah,
Sorry.
like that.
Sorry. I just wanna just die a little. It's fine. Okay, we're just gonna.
There you go.
Yes.
For proportion. There you go.
Sniper battle. Let's go.
Let's find out if love can bloom on a battlefield. Let's do it.
Drops down to a knee and sights up Galloway in the fid shell.
Oh my god, sniper battle.
Yeah, but he's like a proper sniper.
Sniper. What? You
are a proper
you just
sniper,
bragged
too.
about how good you're gonna save us.
I meant with my fucking healing drones, not my actual.
No time to choose.
I'm the healer. Let me heal.
You heal, but it's time.
15.
It has to be my defense.
It has to match your defense.
My defense is 11, so that'll hit.
That'll hit. Okay.
I got big holes. Big holes.
Yeah, 7, right?
Yeah.
Really? Ten. Fucking
Okay.
shitty anti-material rifle roll.
All right. So
It's still a 10.
Yeah.
that's what I had.
Fuck off.
Okay,
Are you kidding
first
me?
one is a 3, so that's 1.
What's your whole rating?
7.
Oh, my whole rating is 7.
So you only had to soak 3.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
only one loss.
Yeah.
Whew. Oh, okay. I forgot that's how it works.
I know the lost thing is I still get a little like what.
Okay,
where-
so then
Your most important function has been damaged.
yes.
You hit your maneuverability.
My handling.
Your handling goes
Well-
down by 1.
I have no handling.
Your most important critical system.
Wasn't planning to move anyway. It's
Really
Does
float
that
it
affect
with-
your defense?
sit
No.
down.
I think you said only if we're in negatives do we then have a problem.
Yes. If you
Okay.
go into negatives, that's when it starts to affect your shit.
Okay.
That was its turn as a large report, like a artillery shot, flies out and a enormous shell ejects from the port and tumbles down.
Wait, it's green.
What?
It's green, right?
What's green?
The mech.
No, this was the white looking one.
I said
White
the
with
white
the
and
green
green.
shoulders.
Green
Yeah.
shoulders, red legs, and a blue dot on the chest.
Now lock on. The character from Gundam.
Oh, okay.
Also a sniper.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I hope he's hot inside.
He's gonna be really hot if I hit him in the cockpit.
So this enormous shell just kind of tumbles down the side as he racks another, because this is a bolt action fucking rifle.
Satisfying.
With a round the size of a minivan just tumbling down.
Whoa.
It's a fast way to get the kids to soccer. Shit.
The round that thing fired, Fidchel dips down a little bit, and the round scrapes along the back, and it fouls part of your thruster array. And then explodes into the ground, leaving an enormous crater. So the last activation
is neat.
is Galloway.
All you know your position, so he's gonna take aim with the anti-material rifle, and we'll try to take a shot back at it.
All right.
Also, just a quick refresh reminder: if I wanted to use my Excel feature of the repair matrix, that'd be a full action.
If you wanted to deploy your those
Repair
systems,
drone? Yeah.
yes, that is a full action.
Okay.
That is a major action.
Oh wait, that was into that character's turn. Doesn't
Yeah, you get to
doesn't
fire.
Ian get her? Ian
Thank
gets her
you.
suppressed fire.
New thing. Learning new
Suppressive
thing.
fire, yeah.
Uh,
Which one are you firing at?
the. Can I actually hit the same one that I hit before? Spad?
No, you have to fire at the ones around.
Okay, then Fokker.
Okay,
Right? That's the one
The
that's
green.
next to it. Yeah, green.
hit green.
5, 6,
Okay, red.
11?
That'll miss.
Yep.
What'd you roll on your die? On your
A 5.
Oh, okay. Close.
He's so angry at me for using this. I can tell, but
I'm not angry. I'm
No,
just
you're-
trying to remember that the reload function is a thing.
Mhm.
Yeah,
run
we haven't
out of
really used suppressive,
bullets.
like automatic
That
fire
character.
kind of thing.
Now
Oh,
make
I
your
think-
shot.
Okay.
We may
I'm
have
gonna
misread it actually.
Go with
What is it?
Rereading suppressive fire. I think I understand their intent behind it now. We may be overestimating its usability, but that is okay. I think that basically means that at the end of somebody's turn, if they're within that zone,
Ah, they get shot at.
their turn, they get shot at, is what the
Okay, so
intent
but
is
that
there.
guy still is next within the zones of SPAD.
But
so-
here's the thing. Why would they say including allies and your current target?
Because if your ally is standing in that zone at the end of their turn, you might hit them because you're spraying that whole area with bullets.
Yeah.
So it's basically saying, I'm going to... So I think the intent here is I'm filling an area with lead.
Mhm.
At the end of everybody's turn, they're checking to see if they get hit by the lead I am dumping into that zone. Everybody who's inside that zone, if they're at the end of their turn, if they're valid if they're inside that zone.
Okay, we'll
I
run it the
think
way
that's the intent there.
we'll run it the way I interpreted it today.
Totally.
then we'll do a full clarity write-up so I can fully understand.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I had to reread it like 5 or 6 times before I
Same,
really
I'm
got
a
my head
little
around
like,
what they're.
oh.
Hello,
It's
raiding
new.
party, by the way.
Hello!
Oh,
so to
hey,
hit, that's
hi.
just 3d6 in accuracy, correct?
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna hit 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Accuracy gunnery.
Accuracy gunnery or a sensor's gunnery, whatever is lower.
Oh yeah, that's my accuracy. God, what? Yeah, wait, I'm not a. Okay.
Remember, you can use fortune points, and the way math works, it's the math of the dice, at least. It's not as bad as you think. Just roll them and go find out.
I mean, I'd have to change my special die.
To get, what are you at right now?
I'm at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I could change that to on the
Stunt die?
on the stunt die to a
costs
6.
double then.
Yeah, that
Maybe
would cost
12.
that costs a lot.
The highest you can get without it is a 13.
Yeah, and we
And
don't.
it's either
We
13
think
or
a 14 hits.
Well, on which one are you hitting?
He's firing at the
Yeah, we don't
sniper.
know what that guy's defense is.
Yeah.
So
The
a 13
sniper
might
knight.
hit,
All right,
but it's up to you.
I'll do this. We'll science that. So
Science!
I'll take
Science!
6 fortune to make that a 13.
A 13 will hit this one.
Ooh.
Okay.
Write that down.
Yeah, it's varying systems. They have all modified their. It's literally a flying circus. It's
Shoot, what did I hit first?
5 highly specialized
13?
machines.
14.
14. Yeah,
Okay.
that's why I was like, okay. So 3d6 plus 2 plus sensors for damage.
Yeah.
Okay. $18.
Jesus
Woo.
Christ.
Yeah!
It's a big fucking gun.
18?
18.
Roll.
So
Surprise,
if you
asshole,
fall back,
mine's
you have
bigger.
nowhere to fall back to. It's open air. They can follow us easily.
Yeah, it's like even if we tried to retreat, where would we run to?
There's no cover.
Extremely mathematically impossible. Not impossible. It's extremely mathematically improbable that I'd be able to soak on all 3, but we'll see. Because I got to soak 15. So I have to roll 2 6s now to soak this.
I feel bad.
Don't feel bad with that face. Oh, no, you can feel bad again.
Fidchel being knocked like a slight. You can see its frame just kind of bounced for a second as the round skipped off of the back of it. Spins on its hip axis. Drops the frickin' rail rifle that it has on its shoulder. And you can hear the whine as the magnetics drive up for it to fire out its anti-material round. Do you want to take it out or do you want to destroy it?
Subdue or destroy. Right?
No, it's take it out, as in like it's knocked down and the pilot might survive, or do you want to blow it the fuck up?
And either way, can there be a cool like smoke cloud that goes like whoop, like with a big ring as the round passes through it?
Don't look at me, make your choice. Nope, it's all you.
Oh, we did the other one without really thinking much about it.
100 bits doesn't do fortune.
No, just
Needs to be 500 bits.
He should have gone for the head. He should have gone for the head on me. The destruction.
You're gonna destroy it. Okay, so that's gonna put fortune back up to 10. Because I see what you did there. The anti-material round, it doesn't make a hole in the smoke. It makes a hole in the cockpit of this knight.
It's hot.
Oh no. You called it.
It's not hot. There's nothing there. the round keeps going and the cockpit with it. You can't tell if there was a pilot because there's no cockpit left to really investigate. As it... And the amount that you took out of it, it actually folds in and collapses into the space before falling over.
Sneeze, it was like...
And that is where we are going to end tonight's game. We're going to come back in to the middle of this. And with that, I have been Conry. From afar has been...
Fox.
Cake.
That's Kevin.
Sandralee.
We'll catch you guys next time. And until we see you again, deliriously, remember to always stay evil. Good night, everybody.